Well, howdy, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Do Not Worry. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you from the heart of Lebanon in Zoom Cade, folks, in the 09. Let me know if the audio is good, by the way. I'm trying to move the mic a little bit farther away from my mouth. I don't know if I'm sounding too loud.
I didn't test the mics, but
We did it, but they should be working. And I'm joined by Nour, folks. Nour is here. How's it going? Nour, you doing
all's
good?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
You chilling? We got Maki next to you as well. We got Nata roaming around the studio as well. Oh, little Maki. I can move the logo if you want. We can get a little better view of Maki. Sorry.
Not too.
Let's get rid of the
Hi,
logo.
chat.
We got Nata's here too. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's chilling. We got a pretty fun episode for you guys today. Let me look at some of the topics that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Epstein and Trump, folks. Like, could it be more obvious that Donald Trump is on Epstein's list? Could he make it any more obvious? So he's melting down. He's crashing out. And both Republicans and Democrats are having a good time. We're going to talk about the Coldplay concert. Oopsie. The affair that has traveled around the world. There's not a single living soul on this planet that does not know that CEO had an affair with his HR lady. So we're going to react to some of that. Ooh, I forgot to tweet episode out. 1 second. Boom, baby. There we go. Dunzo. We're going to be talking about the Coldplay oopsie. We also are going to be talking about Miss Rachel had Motaz in one of her videos, and some Zionists are freaking out online. Willy Mac is marrying an IDF soldier, which explains why he's been making all these. Which explains why he's been making all these pro H3 videos, pro Ethan Klein videos. So, you know, birds of a feather flock together. Also, we've merged this episode with a Do Not Worry movie episode, folks. We had a whole bunch of topics and not enough time to do 2 streams. So we're gonna. The second half of this episode is going to be movie news, folks. Susan Sarandon has watched the new Superman movie and has given her review. We have Drew Pavlou, who's like a crazy Zionist online, who's been saying that Superman is a anti-Jewish movie, anti-Semitic movie. So we're going to watch a little bit of his review. The Zelda cast the Zelda movie has cast its actors. The James Gunn troll Gal Gadot, and we're going to react to the Mortal Kombat trailer and the new Tron trailer. But we're gonna by doing that, we're gonna be saying goodbye to the monetization on this episode, to at least to the advertisements. So, hey, what can we do? We might not react to the trailers by the end. I'll see how I'm feeling. But anyways, folks, welcome. We have 74 of you apparently in the live chat. Hello, everyone. Hope Lysandra, hello, Jordan M, Haley D, Veronica H, Song. Marina Nimis said she couldn't be here today. Marina, we're gonna miss you. Hopefully, you can enjoy the episode on the replay. Let me just take a second to thank some of our lovely, brand new lovely patrons who joined, folks. Fab as an abductee patron, Fujoshi Cake as a blonde patron, and Irene the Dream joining as a Big Kahuna superhero patron, folks. Thank you so much. If you would like to support the channel, consider... Ooh, I lost power. Consider doing so on Patreon. It's a great way to support us. You guys can also support us by becoming a YouTube member or gifting a YouTube membership, and there are different tiers on YouTube memberships to kind of match the Patreon tiers. So... feel free to do that. Thank you. My laptop and my screen are providing all of the illumination that I need. So, thank you, Nour. We appreciate you. You guys can support us by becoming members. You can also support us by engaging in the live chat. You guys can send gift memberships, super chats, whatever you want. But you guys don't have to do any of that to support the channel. It is more than enough for you guys to simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a Do Not Warrior, leave a comment, engage in the live chat, have some fun with everyone. And we thank you very much, and we love you forever. Let me take a second to turn on the light real quick. All the kitties. Got Nata and Maki. Let me get rid of this here Patreon photo. And with all that down, one more little housekeeping thing that I want to talk about. As you guys know, I have recently launched a brand new YouTube channel. Do Not Worry Gaming, folks. Let's take a quick look at the channel. It's at 623 subscribers, folks. Thank you very much. That's honestly better than I thought it would be doing. The Dark Souls saga is doing pretty well. The videos are growing in views. More of you are joining me as I take on the notoriously difficult Dark Souls. The link to the channel should be found in the description of the video, as well as it is pinned in the live chat. Can you double check if it's in the description of the video, Nour? It is also pinned in the live chat. So please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of July. It's going to be a little bit tough. We might not make it, but let's get as close as we can. so we can get this thing monetized. And we're going to be playing a whole bunch of other games on that channel. I'm going to eventually do stuff with like collaborate with people, have the crew's going to join me on some of those things. Right now, I'm mainly focusing on a Dark Souls playthrough, but you know, we're going to be doing more stuff, more games, some casual games, indie games, big AAA games, all sorts of titles. If you're into video games, if you're into nerd media, join us. I might be doing some movie reviews there from time to time if it's like if it fits the vibes. For example, I'm going to be going to the premiere of Fantastic Four next week, folks, on Wednesday night. I have been invited to Vox Cinema IMAX's premiere of Fantastic Four, for which I'm going to shoot a little vlog that will be exclusive for patrons and stuff, and it's going to be fun. And I'm going to try to review the movie. I might review it on the main channel, I'm not sure yet, or on the gaming channel. Eventually, once the gaming channel crosses 1,000 subs, I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews on there. A lot of fun stuff. Anyways, let us get to the first topic of the night and talk about. I did figure out how to block deepest deep dives. It's not that I didn't know how to block in Dark Souls. My controller, my PC wasn't recognizing my controller, so L1 wasn't mapped correctly. So holding L1 did not block. I had to download like a little thing, some software to recognize my PlayStation 5 controller, so now I can use L1. It literally just wasn't working. Anyways, let's talk. Oh, little nut. Oh, they're both together. Oh, they're gonna fight. If they're licking, if she's licking him, we got a battle incoming. Let me try to get to some cinematography.
Yeah, you need. Quick. That's so good.
Oh, bro.
Not do it. I added the link to the.
Ooh, awesome. Yo,
You
that
fucked my.
I fucked. I mean, look, I was trying to capture the fight. That was some good cat fight footage, though. Like, that was some good quality footage right there. She just took a spot, bro. Little Nata. She's tiny, but don't underestimate her. Do you want me to fix it? Do you want me to help you with it? All right. Folks, let's get to talking about Donald Trump, the most guilty president, probably. Like, I mean, how could he fumble this so hard, bro? Like, how could he make himself look so guilty? How could he incriminate himself so much? So this clip you've all seen at this point. This happened like 10 days ago. I just want to show it for context. Here was like Trump was sitting in a cabinet meeting, and someone asked him about Epstein, and he just kind of like broke down, like, what? Why is everyone still talking about Epstein? What's the deal with Epstein? So let's watch this clip. It's really funny.
Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein. It left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of his death?
Yeah, sure. If I
Pam, could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been
It's like such bad acting, too. He's like trying to look so angry, like, are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? It's so fucking funny, bro. It's so obvious what he's trying to do. He wouldn't shut up about Jeffrey Epstein, and all of his base are obsessed with Jeffrey Epstein. He knows that the people that voted for him and to put him in office want to know what's up with Jeffrey Epstein. They want all the names on that fucking list. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of Democrats on there, too. They want Bill Clinton. You know what I mean? Who else was on there? I can't remember, but like a whole bunch of creeps. So
Mostly everyone was there.
Stephen Hawking, like everyone there, bro, like actors. Wasn't like Chris Tucker there? Like just weird people.
He's
And
so
talked about-
guilty.
Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
for years. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking.
She's like, yeah, I'll fucking answer this shit, bro. Like, I don't mind. This dude's a fucking creep. And as you guys know, like, we don't need to go over the history of Trump with Jeffrey Epstein. There's like multiple pictures of him and Epstein. They used to party together a whole bunch. They had some kind of dispute in like the early 2000s, and they haven't been in contact since. But like, they used to be very good buddies, very good friends.
A question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said, I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was,
So here it's mainly her talking.
on my desk.
And yes, I did see this. Remind me to look at the Stephen Hawking tweet, Nour, because that's just hilarious. And then he took to Trump took to Truth Social to put out this long statement, which I'm going to read for you. What's going on with my boys, and in some cases gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. What? We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it. All over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who con the world with the Russia hoax? 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more. They created the Epstein files just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton. He's talking about the Epstein files as if it's like fucking Area 51 at this point. He's gone from like being like, yeah, I want to fucking, I'll release the files to like, whoa, it's a conspiracy brought on by the Democrats. They created the Epstein files just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me, and now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? Well, I'm going to answer that for you now because it incriminates them too, bro. Half of Joe Biden's friends are probably on that Epstein list. Everyone's on it. Everyone's involved. All the rich and powerful want to fucking bury that thing deep, bro, because everybody knows someone who's on that fucking list. That's the truth. So it's not in your interest to release that shit, and it's not in Joe Biden's interest to release that shit. Joe Biden, hey, Jack. Okay, back to the reading. They haven't even given up on the John F. Kennedy or Martin Luther King Jr. files. No matter how much success we had, securing the border, deporting criminals, fixing the economy, energy dominance, a safer world where Iran will not have nuclear weapons. It's never enough for some people. We are about to achieve more in 6 months than any other administration has achieved in over 100 years, and we have so much more to do. We are saving our country and making America great again, which will continue to be our complete priority. The left is imploding. Kash Patel and the FBI must be focused on investigating voter fraud, political corruption, Act Blue, the rigged and stolen election of 2020, and arresting thugs and criminals, instead of spending month after month looking at nothing but the same old radical left-inspired documents on Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, first of all, it's not the radical left that's been obsessed with Jeffrey Epstein. It's the right. It's your fucking audience. It's your fan base. It's your base, bro. The Republicans have been. And look, bro. Like, the Jeffrey Epstein thing should be fucking prosecuted. Like, we need to figure out who the fuck was on that list. We have a pretty good idea so far. Can you look up, like, a preliminary list of, like, who the most famous, like, Stephen Hawking? Like, there's a Bill Clinton. We have a pretty good idea of who was on there, you know what I mean? But, like, if there's more information, why not get it, Donald? What are you afraid of? Let Pam Bondi do her job. She's great. The 2020 election was rigged and stolen, and they tried to do the same thing in 2024. That's what she's looking into as AG and much more. 1 year ago, our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. Let's keep it that way and not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein, somebody that nobody cares about. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Courtney Love is on that list. Jesus. So he fucking lost his mind.
I'm saying the list was never confirmed.
It's never confirmed, but like we have a pretty good idea, like travel logs, pictures. But then, to incriminate Trump further, this was kind of like a bombshell that dropped yesterday. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump sent Jeffrey, and this is a tweet by Ken Klippenstein. Trump sent Jeffrey Epstein a birthday letter with a drawing of a naked woman on it and a note reading, "May every day be another wonderful secret," the Wall Street Journal reported. Trump denies this ever happened, saying, "I never wrote a picture in my life." So let's just quickly take a look at what was allegedly in this letter, which I'm sure the Wall Street Journal is going to release. So Jeffrey Epstein's friends sent him body letters for a 50th birthday album. One of them was from Donald Trump. The letter bearing Trump's name, which was reviewed by the Journal, is body, like the others in the album. It contains several lines of typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked woman, which appears to be hand-drawn with a heavy marker. A pair of small arcs denotes the woman's breasts, and the future president's signature is a squiggly Donald below her waist, mimicking pubic hair. So his signature is basically used as her pubic hair in the drawing. The letter concludes, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. My good friend Jeffrey Epstein." It doesn't say that, but it says, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." In an interview with the Journal on Tuesday evening, Trump denied writing the letter or drawing the picture. "This is not me. This is fake thing. This is a fake thing. It's a fake Wall Street Journal story," he said. "I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women," he said. "It's not my language. It's not my words." Now, apparently, he also called the editor of the Wall Street Journal, asking him not to run the story. He was trying to like put pressure on him to not run the story, but they still ended up running the story anyways. So that happened. And here is another supposed excerpt from the letter. This is also, I think, this is a screenshot from the Wall Street Journal. Like, I found this on Instagram. Noxolotl says, "My Mr. Burns impression is a 10 out of 10 would recommend." This was Mr. Burns' Smithers. Unleash the hounds. That's my Mr. Burns. So this is an extra part of the letter, and this is like apparently like a little script that Trump wrote for the letter. It isn't clear how the letter with Trump's signature was prepared. Inside the outline of the naked woman was a typewritten note styled as an imaginary conversation between Trump and Epstein, written in the third person. Voiceover. "There must be more to life than having everything," the note began. "Donald." Then it says like Donald. "Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is." Jeffrey. "Nor will I, since I also know what it is." Donald. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey." Jeffrey. "Yes, we do, come to think of it." Donald. "Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that?" Jeffrey. "As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you." And then Trump ends it by saying, "A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." So, what secrets is he talking about? What does he mean, may every day be another wonderful secret? He's obviously talking about the fucking creepy ass shit that he was up to in his mansion in New York with the fucking massages. If you haven't seen the Netflix documentary on Epstein, it's a disturbing watch, but I recommend you watch it if you're interested in it. The fucking island, the airplanes, all that shit. Trump knows.
It is a good one.
It's a very good. It's very intense and fucked up. But like Trump knows what the fuck he's talking about. May all your disgusting X-rated illegal shenanigans remain a secret, and remain a secret among us, the elites, the rich elites who want to experience this forbidden fruit, which is disgusting. So yeah, this letter is pretty disturbing. And then he vows to sue. So Donald Trump promises to sue. I think I have that in a Truth Social post. So he has promised to sue the Wall Street Journal for publishing that story now. Okay, so this account has a bunch of Truth Social posts on it. Wait, let me see. There's another interesting thing that I found. Fuck, did I not open it up? Can you switch real quick? Let me try to see if I can find it.
Let me tell you something. That been on the. So there's Prince Andrew has been popular one. Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey. No one's surprised about Kevin Spacey.
No, not at all.
Chris Tucker, Larry Summers, Alan Dershowitz, Stephen Hawking, Courtney Love.
Courtney Love?
Yeah.
So, can you repeat the names a little bit?
Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, Larry Summers, Alan Dershowitz, Stephen Hawking, Marvin Minsky, Courtney Love, George Mitchell.
Damn, bro.
Tom Hanks, Oprah Winfrey.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
He's been to the island?
Beyonce and Jay-Z, Barack Obama,
What?
Ellen DeGeneres, Katy Perry, Will Smith, Chrissy Teigen.
Wait. Will Smith has been to the island?
Yeah.
Celebs
I'm not really surprised.
have been to Epstein Island. Is that like from the BBC? Are you looking at the BBC one? who's named in court filings.
I'm used.
Axios, Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson. I mean, that wouldn't be surprising. Veronica H. Song sends 15 shekels and says, if we do a 90s thing, I have a lot of grunge-related stuff to show you. Of course. A 90s like themed episode. Noxolotl sends another $2 and says, may Anonymous one day leak the dang Epstein files. I know, right? We have to do this ourselves, folks. The fucking hardworking hackers of the world. Now is your time. Now is your time. So remember how Trump kept denying that he's never drawn anything in his life. It's not in my language. I don't draw. I don't do sketches. It's not in my language. Well, apparently, this person on Twitter, Annie Ero, literally found a whole bunch of sketches that Trump did. Nour, if you could switch to the PC. She says, I know this doesn't matter, but a lady in Ohio solicited doodles from celebrities to auction for charity. And in 2004, she said Trump was always literally the first to send in his drawings. So Trump is notorious for doodling and for drawing. So here's like, he drew like I guess like New York City. Here's another skyline view of like New York that he doodled. Another New York as well. Like they're published here. There's a little dog that he drew. Betty. Oh, this is Betty White's doodle actually, and this is another Donald Trump like doodle of New York City that he's done on the side. So just the fact that he says that he's never doodled, he has in fact doodled stuff with a thick marker, just like they're describing in the Wall Street Journal, because you know they're going to say that it's fake. So it's probably not fake, folks. So
What's the point?
because he drew a doodle to Epstein of a naked woman,
okay.
and he signed it. He signed her pubes as a signature, basically.
Okay, I missed that part. I guess.
So this is one of the okay. So this guy basically spends his time reposting Trump Truth Social posts. Says, I look forward to getting Rupert Murdoch to testify in my lawsuit against him and his pile of garbage newspaper, the Wall Street Journal. That will be an interesting experience. So here again, he's threatening lawsuits. If there was a smoking gun on Epstein, why didn't the Democrats who controlled the files for 4 years and had Garland and Comey in charge use it? Because they had nothing. No, again, it's because of the Clintons, bro. The Clintons were in the fucking Epstein files, and of course they're not going to fucking publish that shit. So the Wall Street Journal printed a fake letter supposedly to Epstein. These are not my words, not the way I talk. Also, I don't draw pictures. I told Rupert Murdoch it was a scam, that he shouldn't print this fake story, but he did, and now I'm going to sue his ass off and that of his third-rate newspaper. Thank you for your attention to this matter, DJT. Crazy that he's the fucking president, bro. And now he's actually had a little change of heart since he's seen that this has been like a complete PR nightmare for him, and like a whole bunch of all the right-wing podcasters that he loved, like Andrew Schultz and Theo Vaughn, all of those people that love Donald Trump are now turning on him. They're like, yo, bro, if you're not releasing the Epstein files, that's fucking sus as shit. So he's now saying that based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, have asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. This scam perpetuated by the Democrats should end right now. Also, just 1 second. I want to find the what's his name again? The author, Stephen Hawking. Yo, Stephen Hawking fucked up, bro. Stephen Hawking put out the dumbest. Did he delete his fucking Twitter, bro? Oh, there he is. Stephen King. Sorry, Stephen King. Stephen Hawking's dead. So this tweet that Stephen. Okay, so there he is. Can you switch to? So Stephen King, who's still with us, he said the Epstein client list is real. So is the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus, bro. This got 16,000 replies. Like, to say that he got ratioed is an understatement. That's the most Why would you go out of your way to defend Jeffrey Epstein, or to put out any sort of communication that seemingly is even like hints at defending him or saying that like the list doesn't exist, bro? Like, he has automatically incriminated himself. Let's look at some of the replies. Come on, dude. Clearly, Epstein had clients who could be compiled into a list. The Serfs. Wait, lol, are you on it? Mike Figueredo from The Humanist Report. Oh, no, please tell me you're not on it too, Stephen. So everyone is essentially assuming that he's on the list. And then, what's even worse, people started digging up. If you guys, I've never read the novel It. Have you seen the movies It?
I've seen the first.
So in the book version of It, the kids, when they were young, like not when they grew up into adults, like when they're 11-year-olds, he wrote an orgy scene between them, like in the novel, which is
that's crazy.
Which is fucking sick. I'm gonna read a small excerpt to you guys right here. This is from Twitter. This is from Jake Chinatown, who Ethan Klein hates. Let's read that excerpt. What do you want? He asks her. You have to put your thing in me, she says. He tries to pull back, but she holds him and he subsides against her. She has hurt someone, Ben, she thinks. In his breath. Bevy, I can't do that. I don't know how. I think it's easy, but you'll have to get undressed. She thinks about the intricacies of managing cast and shirt. Essentially, it's like one 11-year-old girl fucking, like having fucking, bro, I don't even want to describe this anymore. Having an orgy with like a bunch of little boys. Written by a fucking old man, okay? So, you can see why everyone is assuming that he's on the Jeffrey Epstein list in one way or another. So very dumb of Stephen King, and honestly, fucking creep, fucking nasty. Like, he's already very cringe, to be honest with you guys. He's like extremely cringe on Twitter. He's always been a very cringe like lib. Also, he said, "Boy, I hit a nerve with that Epstein post. The list is like UFOs. Everyone knows someone who's seen one." Lol. He's trying to play it off as a joke now. It's like, not the laughs, it's so over. Like, not the, can you go back to the tweet?
That's so bad.
Someone responded like, not the laughing emoji, it's so over. He's pretty fucked, bro. He's pretty fucked. Marina Nimis, folks, has just gifted one Do Not Worry membership. Thank you so much, Marina. That's very sweet. Veronica says grunge tattoos. Hell yeah. Oh damn, you got a bunch of grunge tattoos? Also, I think someone gifted. Ooh, Veronica gifted one Do Not Worry membership earlier. Thank you so much, Veronica. That's also very sweet of you. Thank you to everyone supporting the channel. And Marina, Marina, so you're here with us apparently. I thought you were busy at work.
Yeah, she just joined.
Welcome. Ya ahla wa sahla, ya Marina. So again, Stephen King involving himself in this thing where he could have just sat back and stayed fucking quiet, bro. Stay back and shut up. He just had to ruin it. Had to ruin his reputation overnight with one tweet. That's all it took. It's over. And now, remember when Joe Biden, when everyone was like sort of turning on Joe Biden and they were publishing that book that kind of exposed how they covered up Joe Biden's health and he was actually, you know, everyone around Joe Biden knew that he was sick and he wasn't healthy and that he couldn't run for president again, blah, blah, blah. And then they announced Joe Biden has cancer to try to distract from that and to try to garner some sympathy for Joe Biden. So what has the White House just announced? That Donald Trump has chronic venous insufficiency. And they're trying to get us to, oh, let's not focus on the Epstein stuff anymore. Look, Donald Trump is sick. Let's feel bad for him. So what is chronic venous insufficiency? How serious is Trump's condition? It basically means, in a publicly released letter, President Trump's physician, Dr. Sean Barbarella, confirmed that there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis. Okay, whatever. Let me try to read what is chronic venous insufficiency?
Is it deadly?
It's not deadly, unfortunately. It's not. It could be deadly, I guess, in some cases. It is a type of vein disorder that develops when the veins in the legs become damaged, Cleveland Clinic explains. Veins have valves that help blood move up towards the heart. When these valves are damaged, they don't close properly and blood can flow backwards. This is called venous reflux. So essentially, the veins in his legs are kind of damaged and they're not pumping enough blood to his heart. So in order to help that, he can wear compresses, like those compression socks, tight compression socks, stuff like that, some kind of exercise. It's not very serious, but the fact that this dropped just now is to garner sympathy, is to distract, is to change the topic, as if anyone gives a shit and as if anyone is going to focus on this instead of the Epstein stuff. Again, they did this to themselves. Now, here's some footage of Trump kind of being wishy-washy about releasing the Epstein files before getting elected, which is kind of funny.
If you were president, would you declassify? You can answer yes or no to these.
Because I've heard, like, everyone keeps saying that he kept saying that he was going to declassify, and I have some footage of him saying that, but, like, in this one, this kind of goes against that.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
But he wasn't even, notice how he wasn't hesitant. 9/11 files, yeah. JFK files, yeah. Notice how
would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
No hesitation.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you know, you don't know.
Yeah. Hesitated. Yeah. I guess I would. Maybe less so that one. Maybe that one's not that interesting.
You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
He's already buttering up the audience, making it look, there's going to be a lot of phony stuff in there. You can't believe everything you read in the Epstein files. So, hey, even if I do release them, we might hurt some people because there might be some lies in there, phony stuff.
Is anyone really surprised?
No, I mean, apparently there's like pictures of Trump. Someone has seen a picture of Trump with like young topless girls with Jeffrey Epstein, stuff like that. Like, the dude has definitely done something, bro. Like, America, you stop electing pedophiles as your presidents, please.
But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others.
9/11, yeah. JFK, I'm with you. Jeffrey Epstein, yeah. Well, why would Donald Trump be so circumspect?
Kind of funny. Marina Nimis has said, I'm not at work, but I had an event. Okay, Marina, hopefully the event went well. So here's Trump kind of being like, Epstein, maybe some of it, some of it's phony, some of it, here's another video of Trump. Trump promises to release the Kennedy and Epstein files.
Good, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Are you exhausted?
Well, I had a long day.
I had a really long day.
Picture audio, lady.
There's a lot of intrigue surrounding the release of the Epstein files, Martin Luther King files, John F. Kennedy files. Some current and former FBI agents are saying, some of them telling me, that they feel the FBI establishment came out ahead in the standoff sort of with the New York FBI field office over releasing the records and your Attorney General Pam Bondi demanding them but not getting all that she wanted. Is that process still on track? I think that's one of the most often questions I've been asked the last couple of days, to release these records on Epstein, MLK, and JFK.
Well, Pam Bondi's done a phenomenal job in every respect. And there could have been some holdback. I haven't heard too much about it, but they could. But the bottom line is the records are getting out. The Kennedy records are getting out. Those
The
are the
records
ones
are
that
getting
really...
out. He's like, the records are gonna come out. That's what Trump was promising, and people voted for him, and they elected him based on that. And look, Republicans can be obsessed about a lot of things, and they can be kind of crazy, and they can be kind of unhinged. But when it comes to Epstein, bro, this is one place where them being kind of unhinged and obsessive is good. You know what I mean? It's great, and now they can kind of see this two-faced man for who he really is.
Wanted to see the most with the Kennedys. And during my administration, as you know, I released a lot of them, but then a lot of people started coming in, people that I respected, people that worked for the administration, asked me not to release the rest. And I respected that. They gave me certain reasons, but I respected that. And I did say,
reasons
I
like
must tell you, I said
Bill
that
Clinton
probably wish I did release the whole thing because I have no idea what's in there. But since then they found, and we found 2,000 more documents on Kennedy. And the one they want most is Kennedy, and it's going to be released.
They want Epstein, bro. Everybody wants Epstein. Nobody cares about Kennedy anymore, Trump. Stop fucking lying to yourself and lying to your people.
We want Epstein.
We want Epstein files right now, bro.
It's moving along, and it's moving along pretty rapidly.
Jenny V sends $5 and says, I don't have hope of this speed running because King Charles and Glitch McConnell have said issues fingers and still kicking. I know. They're not gonna... Nothing's gonna happen to him. He's gonna live a long life. He's just trying to garner some sympathy. He's just trying to...
Can I just...
Yeah, of course. Do you want me to show? Oh, little babies. Being nice little children. Adorable. Thank you for sharing, Nour. That is what this podcast is all
You're
about.
welcome, everyone.
And finally, Trump has now ordered Bondi to release the grand jury files. He's just trying to win favor again with the audience, folks.
Overnight, President Trump calling for his attorney general to release more details in the Epstein case. Trump posted on Truth Social saying, quote,
We gotta calm the people down, Pam. Everybody thinks I'm a pedophile. I've only been to the island twice. I only swam in the pool for 5 minutes. I didn't see any breasts, I promise. I didn't fondle anyone.
based on the ridiculous
That's
amount of
gross.
publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I've asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. Bondi quickly responding, saying, quote, President Trump, we're ready to move the court tomorrow to unseal the grand jury transcripts.
He's been very clear that he wants all credible information, credible evidence to be turned over to the people so that the people can decide.
The announcement, which came hours after Trump said there would be no special counsel for the case,
Quick thank you to Chaz Gabrielle, who just became an abductee patron on Patreon. Chaz Gabrielle, thank you so much for the support.
appeared to be in response to growing calls for transparency. For the second time this week, House Republicans voted down a Democratic procedural move to force the release of the Epstein files, even as they advanced their own resolution that calls for the release of the documents. But the resolution is non-binding. Critics, like Republican Thomas Massey of Kentucky, slamming the move, saying, Congress thinks you're stupid. The Rules Committee passed a non-binding Epstein resolution, hoping folks will accept it as real. It forces the release of nothing. The deep divides over transparency and loyalty to
This Massey dude, I think, is probably problematic in many ways, but I know he's got a pretty base take on Israel. Like, as a Republican, he hates Israel. He hates how the U.S. capitulates to Israel. He hates the unconditional support that the U.S. gives to Israel, which I think for Republicans is an important figure to have, and it's an important way for them to think, because if Democrats and Republicans can at least unite on Israel and to stop funding Israel and to stop funding their wars, I think that would be a good victory. And he seems to have a pretty good take on the Epstein thing. He seems to be the future of the Republican Party. He seems to have the finger on the pulse way more than Donald Trump does right now, or his lackeys. Veronica H. Song with a big donation sends 30 shekels and says Stephen King admitted very openly that he did tons of cocaine in the 70s so he can work 24/7. He wrote about his addiction to drugs and work, and he very much regrets that orgy storyline. Oh, I'm sure he better fucking regret that shit, Veronica, because that thing is like gross as hell. Like every time someone, like the first time I heard that, I was like, what? Like, isn't that illegal? Like isn't that basically writing CP, like child P in a book? Like, how's that even legal to write?
Also, I think everyone did tons of 70s without
writing stuff like that, right?
Pedophiles.
Yeah. And honestly, this is making me look, writers who write very graphic sexual content.
It's so icky.
I think they gross me out. Like honestly, George R.R. Martin, the creator of Game of Thrones, bro, he writes very graphical sexual descriptions in his book of like, okay, because like, well, in the times where I was writing these books, it was very common back in the Middle Ages for 14-year-olds to have sex. It's like, okay, I get that in the Middle Ages, 14-year-olds had sex with people, but like, do you have to graphically describe a sex scene between a 14-year-old and like a grown man? Like, I just imagine him, his old creepy ass sitting there and writing that. It's like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, Game of Thrones is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, not the last season, granted, but like, that's just fucking weird. Just grown men sitting there writing this nasty shit. Just kind of, I find it gross.
I too find it.
So yeah.
Trump now spilling into full view. On Capitol Hill, the debate over releasing the files turned hostile as Democratic and Republican lawmakers clashed over claims that releasing additional information could be harmful to the victims.
We know who you are, Mr.
Harmful to the victims? Bro, I'm pretty sure the victims want this stuff out there so that the criminals, the perpetuators of the sexual assault and pedophilia get arrested, bro, and stopped. Mr. Braindead just became a member. Thank you so much, Mr. Braindead, for joining the Do Not Worry family.
The party of child victims. That's why you opened the border.
Meanwhile, Elon Musk, one of Trump's most vocal critics lately, flooded social media with claims of a cover-up, retweeting and replying to dozens of posts about the case on Thursday. All of this as new questions swirl about the president's health. Recent images showing Trump's hands bruised and legs swollen. A new memo from the White House doctor revealing Trump is suffering from chronic, showing Trump's hands bruised and legs swollen.
He's got some cankles. Trump's got some cankles. I think that's got to do with the blood flow and stuff. Like, dude, yeah.
Yeah, I believe
fucking
so.
coming out of his shoes there. Those shoes can barely hold those ankles in.
A new memo from the White House doctor revealing Trump is suffering from chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition that is common in elderly patients.
No one cares. Release the Epstein files. Okay. So that's the Donald Trump update, folks. That is everything we have on the Donald. Very intense. Yeah, you guys have some crazy ass presidents, America. You know what I mean? Why do I even have to cover this as a Lebanese? I mean, I'm also an American citizen, I guess, but like, you know, I shouldn't be talking about your president being accused of pedophilia. Disgusting.
That's a very US problem.
It is. Everything we seem to talk about is US, but like crackheads.
Yeah, I saw yesterday. That was so funny.
Pedophile presidents.
Crackheads are a US problem.
Like, is there crack in Lebanon?
I'm sure there is, but I know we don't have a crack epidemic for sure. Like, we don't have streets or cities.
Filled with crack?
And I know you can barely see anyone.
Crack cocaine.
Oh, look at these two.
Oop.
All right.
Sorry, got it.
Haley G sends $5 and says, "Bro, I looked like blank."
Oh my God, who, Trump? Damn, thank you so much, Haley. Oh, it's such a. I'm looking at the side here. I can see that you can see the ankle again. Could you get me the name of the CEO, real quick? By the way, the guy who cheated. Jordan M just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much for the gift, Jordan. We thank you so much for your support, and we love you. And guys, I promise, Dizzle, next week I will be doing the PO box.
Andy Byron.
Andy Byron. Okay,
Yeah.
so folks, you've all seen this, but let's talk about it. This is kind of a fun little thing to talk about. Light, fun, exciting. Andy Byron. So, I don't know if you could cut to the Twitters. Coldplay put CEO of Astronomer and his head of HR on the Jumbotron looking cozy during their concert. So what's his name? Byron what? What's his name? Andy Byron. Yeah. So here's the video.
Look at these two.
All right, come on. You okay? Oh, what? Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You okay? Oh, what?
That's so stupid.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
So you can hear Chris Martin saying like either they're having an affair or they're just really shy. And this has happened before. Like there's been like at baseball games and you see like a guy kissing a woman and then like the camera comes on them. They see themselves on the Jumbotron. They panic. He like just puts his arm down. It's happened before. It's not the first time, but I don't think it's ever gotten this viral. Like the whole world has now connected on this couple, folks. Let's watch this one more time.
All right.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You okay?
Because the reaction
what?
was like too bad.
Well, their reaction is what gave it away. If they had, there's a bunch of people saying, okay, so this is right after it happened, actually. The cameraman didn't know where to cut to, so then they cut to. Look at that. Quick, cut to the bananas.
Cut anywhere else.
Those are the next two. So you get the affair, the awkward affair, and then you cut to the bananas. I'm like, okay, let's change it up. Yeah, that shit was awkward as fuck, to be
That
honest.
was so bad. If they had only like just acted normal, no one would have shared this.
Exactly.
No one would have batted an eye.
Nothing would have happened. So this is kind of funny. Someone reversed it here. Heartwarming. Man stops tying his shoes to comfort sobbing woman at concert. Oh, that was really funny. Stop your tears, woman. Let's listen to this beautiful. Let's listen to Yellow together. Okay, so no, that's enough of that.
I feel like his reaction should have been like a bit smarter, considering his CEO.
Exactly. This person said it. Chris Dealey said it. Man, all you had to do was no sell it. Well, was no sell it. If you hadn't gone down like you'd been shot, nobody would have ever known. What, you think your spouses are sat at home watching Coldplay Jumbotron footage? You've absolutely played yourselves. So exactly, like if they had just acted natural, bro, they would have filmed this. No one would have posted this on Twitter. No one would have posted this online. It probably would have gone unnoticed. But because they made such a big deal, and I mean, look, I get it. It's just like a reflex. If they had a second to think about it and register, maybe they would be like, you know what, act casual, act normal. Don't do anything, but it just happened. They saw themselves on the Jumbotron, instant panic.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Dude, that's so funny, man. That's so funny. I think we missed. Veronica sends another 15 shekels and says, for some who reacted, King wrote in the 90s, no one was demanding him to say sorry. It's in his book about writing, which is amazing. I should look into that a little bit more. I remember that he got hit by a car, but by like a van when he was young, and then like he lived off of a lot of that. He got paid like a settlement, and he lived off a lot of that money for a while, right? So I get, but I mean, still, look, the pedophilia, it's still a little bit creepy to me, Veronica. I gotta say. So yeah, if they had just acted kind of normal, it's kind of like Donald Trump. I was watching the leftist mafia on Humanist Report with Mike Figueredo and like Matt Binder and Lance from the Surfs. And they kind of equated this to the Donald Trump thing. Like if Donald Trump had acted normal about the Epstein thing, no one would have thought anything. No one, if he would just like, if he didn't go like, why are you asking about Jeffrey Epstein? Why like if you just acted fucking normal like any other person, no one would have thought a thing. Everyone would have kept going. You know what I mean? Okay, we'll wait for more files. We'll wait for the documents, whatever. Just like these people, if they had just acted normal, if they had just stayed still in front of the Jumbotron, nothing would have happened, but they fucked themselves. And then Coldplay posted this photo on their Twitter, show number 207 in Boston. And then if you just scroll down all of the replies, it's basically just about, like, you know what I mean, what happened. Like, sounds like it was a great affair. Please delete this before my wife buys a ticket. And then you got hashtag open to work. Well done for ruining people's lives who came to enjoy your music. I mean, come on, bro. It's not their fault. They saw the Jumbotron going around. They're still fucking hugging and holding. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, at least use your brains. The day Coldplayed became a verb. Coldplay hasn't made a single in years. Last night, they made 4. That's true, actually. So, anyways, people are having a bit of fun with that. A bit of fun. Just a bit of fun. So this-
and head of HR.
This lady went all in, okay, and then we're going to talk about the ethics of actually going in this much detail. But before we do that, let's still have some fun because he's a CEO at the end of the day, and who cares?
It's crazy that the astronomer, CEO, and head of HR were caught having an affair at a Coldplay concert. But what's even crazier is that the employee next to them, who obviously knows what's going on, is also part of HR. The internet worked so quick and identified that this is Alyssa and found her LinkedIn through this promotion.
But people are fucking stalking. These people are being doxxed. And I'm sorry, like, look, this show doesn't get enough views, so I don't think I'm doing anything to dox these people right now. But, like, they're all over TikTok, bro. Like, people track them down within 10 seconds of this happening. Everyone knows their work history. It's over.
Post that Kristen posted, where she congratulates Alyssa for being promoted to VP of People at Astronomer. Oh, and also, it looks like Alyssa just got promoted last week. This just brings it all together. And I was being nosy and looked at both Kristen and Alyssa's LinkedIn. And I noticed that both of them have been working at the same company in the past few years. So they were at Proofpoint and then Neo4j and then now both at Astronomer, both working in HR. What does that say about hiring practices? Seems as if Alyssa...
I love the like cursed ass AI shit.
Yeah. Hiring practices. Seems as if Alyssa is joining Kristen at all these companies. Pretty sus. And I think it's pretty funny because people were saying, oh, you know, Alyssa didn't do anything wrong. She was just there and she knew about the situation. I mean, yeah, she knew the situation as HR VP. And I think it's funny because people were saying that she was just there during this date to make it seem as if it were a team outing so that the CEO could charge this Coldplay.
Crazy.
The AI stuff is way too funny, bro. I'm not even listening to what this lady's saying anymore.
Make it seem as if it were a team outing so that the CEO could charge.
If they had done that, they would not have been caught. If they had just like looked at each other, smiled and kissed, would have gone under the radar. You know what I mean? One more time. Like a happy ending. Let's see the alternate ending.
To make it seem as if it were a team outing so that the CEO could charge this Coldplay concert to the company card.
That's also kind of funny. You got the company to pay for this shit, bro? Anyways, the memes have been relentless and they've been kind of funny.
Haley, thank you for gifting 5 members.
Yo, Haley, more W's in the chat for our Queen Haley D, folks. So now here's some funny takes. Cold says, I know infidelity is bad, but being a CEO, holding your VP of HR in your arms at a Coldplay concert has to feel so good. Sometimes love is wrong, but still real. I mean, hey, you know what I mean? Who are we to judge? They did look happy. They did look like they were having a good time. He's a CEO. He could have cheated on his wife with a model, but he chose his elderly HR lady. That's true love. And I mean, folks, isn't that true? You know what I mean? He didn't go for like just the obvious 20-year-old secretary or something like that. He went for the old HR lady. So it must be true love.
They do look like an...
Right, they're age appropriate. They look like they look like a good couple together, you know what I mean? Like respect, honestly. Respect.
But fuck cheaters.
Yeah, I mean obviously.
Fuck cheaters.
Fuck cheaters, now and always. Here's another little funny meme. Me holding my girl when she's paying for the game at the register. Being at GameStop. Folks, I used to work at GameStop. This is taking me right back to work. I'm at the opposite side of the counter. Sir, would you like to check out? Would you like to sign up for a Game Plus rewards card? Are you sure? You get 10% off you get extra 10% when you trade in game and 10% off used games. Are you sure? You get a monthly subscription to I forgot what the magazine was. Used to send a digital edition of like Game Informer. Would you like that in digital or physical print, sir? Are you sure? Okay. One more AI just for fun.
How dare you catch me cheating without my consent? I'm suing. How dare you catch me cheating without my consent? I'm suing.
I fucking hate AI, bro. I hate AI so bad. Now that we've looked at all of these memes and made fun of these people, let us read whether or not it was ethical to do so after we've done all of it. So this is, and I honestly, this is interesting to think about. I saw this on Twitter. I figured let's read it for a second and reflect on our behavior. This is an article on 404. The Astronomer CEO's Coldplay concert fiasco is emblematic of our social media surveillance dystopia. And this piece was written by, do we have a name? By Jason Keebler. The CEO seemingly having an affair with the head of HR at his company at the Coldplay concert is a viral video for the ages, but it is also unfortunately emblematic of our current private surveillance and social media hellscape. The video, which is now viral on every platform that we can possibly think of, has been covered by various news outlets and is Pop Crave official. Shows Andy Byron, the CEO of a company called Astronomer, with his arms around Astronomer's head of HR, Kristen Cabo. The Jumbotron cuts from one fan to his seemingly happy couple. They both simultaneously die inside. Oh, look at this happy couple, Coldplay lead singer Chris Martin says. The woman covers her face and spins away. The man ducks out of frame. Either they're having an affair or they're very shy, Martin says. The camera pans to another company executive standing next to them, who is seemingly shaking out of discomfort. It is hard to describe how viral this is at the moment, in a world in which so many awful things are occurring and which nothing holds anyone's attention for any length of time, and in a world in which we are all living in our own siloed realities. Andy Byron is currently the most popular trending Google term in the United States, with more than double the searches of the next closest term. There are so many levels to this embarrassment, the Coldplay of it all, the HR violation occurring on Jumbotron, etc., that one could likely write a doctoral dissertation on this 15-second video. Get to the point. Oh, I have to sign up for the rest of this post? Sorry, guys, I didn't do my due diligence. Anyways, they're probably going to talk about how this is unethical and shit. What do you guys think? Let me try to see if I can find at least his tweet.
Is it an HR violation?
Of course, that's what makes it extra funny. Is like the fact that this is it's an HR violation, and he's doing it with the head of HR. 404 Media. Let me see if I can find.
So they're both married.
They're both. He is at the very least married. I'm not sure if she's married, but he is definitely married. His wife apparently changed her last name on all of her social media accounts. She is definitely going to get a very fancy defense lawyer, and she's going to get a lot of money out of this man. And to be honest, she fucking deserves it, bro. This is embarrassing for her. Like this is embarrassing for him. Obviously, he's the one who cheated. He's the one who is indignifying himself, but he has put his wife in a very difficult position. I cannot imagine any judge looking at this and looking at this video and not siding with his wife. She's going to get a lot of money out of this divorce, deservedly so. So, yeah. And yeah, they should both resign. Someone is saying in the chat they should both resign. They should definitely resign. Of course, deepest deep dives. You are correct. And yeah, she knew he was married. The lady knew that's what makes it even more fucked up. That's why they were both covering their faces and hiding and stuff. They're both acting very unethically. And that's that when it comes to the Coldplay concert fiasco, folks. Kind of insane. How long have you been streaming so far? Could you tell?
2 minutes.
52 minutes. Okay. We is on track. Let me just open up the next few topics real quick. These are small little.
108 people watching.
180 people in chat. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Just pausing the stuff that I need to pause. We got Anthony Bensivengo sends $5 and says, "Turns out there is something worse than loving someone, but it goes to waste." But it go. Okay, wait. Let me try to remember how it is. When you feel so fine, but you can't. How the fuck does that song go? Stuck in river. Lights will guide you home and ignite. Okay, we don't need to. Hide your bones. I will try. Fix you. If you guys have never seen the video of the guy playing Call of Duty and listening to and singing "Fix You" while he plays, and everyone else starts like listening to him and waits for him to finish, and then they play the music in the back. Beautiful moment.
Politics said, "Oh no, Nour has bad empanada mic angle syndrome."
Oh,
because I like to hide my face.
You do have bad empanada mic syndrome.
I do that on purpose.
Marina sends $2 and says, "Lookalike cam is better than kiss cam." Actually, kiss cams are kind of awkward too, to be honest with you. Kiss cams, like, stop putting people on the spot. Stop making people kiss.
Andy Byron put out a statement. Do you want to read it?
Is it real?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Someone deep dives.
Let me Google it. Yeah, Andy Byron Because I saw like a parody statement on Twitter, like, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm a Coldplay fan and I must admit it, like shit like that. News, Andy Byron.
I would be more disappointed about my husband being a Coldplay fan.
I can't find it right now on like Google News. Can you send it to me via Twitter DM?
Find it.
I wanted to try to find some of those other real quick, like Kiss Cam caught cheating. Everything is about the fucking concert. There's a Red Sox fan busted on Jumbotron with side chick.
A guy tries to be slick and goes to a base. Listen, the truth always finds
see?
the light. Quick rule.
Okay, can you cut to me?
And as soon as he saw the cameraman pan to him, he slid his hands away from her and had the guiltiest look on his face. It's just his luck that this video has now gone viral. Let me know in the comments below what you think is.
So this stuff
Oh
happens.
no, it's fake. This.
Oh really? Is it the Coldplay fan? Like, I must admit that I'm a Coldplay fan. This guy, bro, this guy.
No, there was a statement like literally blaming Coldplay.
I've been halftime during
I know Chris Martin shouldn't have done
friendly
that.
match
He
against
shouldn't put
Del.
people on the spot like that. He was like full on blame. I
Okay,
guess it's
okay.
fake.
Let's check this one out.
in Ecuador on Saturday has gone viral.
Oh, oh shit. It's like the camera's still on him. He's like, is it still on me, bro?
Unidentified man is
Oh. Everyone's so slick
on
and smooth,
Saturday
you know
has
what I
gone
mean?
viral.
Yep. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Guys, I used to love Coldplay. Okay, listen to me. Let's just cut to me for a second, Nour. Coldplay's first 2 albums are great. Are we gonna deny that Parachutes is a great album? Are we gonna deny that A Rush of Blood to the Head was a great album? Started getting a little iffy with X and Y, but let me tell you, I still liked X and Y. Birds go flying at the speed of sound to show you how it all began. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Talk was a good one. 3 albums, that's what I'll give Coldplay. The first 3 albums. Everything after that, like Viva La Vida and Death and All of His Friends, that is the last Coldplay album I listened to, and I was not a fan of Viva La Vida and Death and All of His Friends. And everything since then, I haven't listened. They had that songs like Love is Like a Waterfall. Oh, I don't know. I don't listen to that shit. I don't know their Love is a Waterfall song. But the first 3 albums, Parachutes, Rush of Blood to the Head, and X and Y, respect to Coldplay. Okay? Okay? We're talking about Mr. What was his wife's name? Mr. Gwyneth Paltrow, folks. They had a conscious uncoupling. Okay, Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow gave us the term conscious uncoupling.
He just broke up. They just broke up with Dakota.
He was dating Dakota Johnson?
Yep, for the long.
You see, that's another conscious uncoupling that they had. You like Nickelback too? Hey, a couple of songs. Yes, Nickelback had a couple of bangers. Are you going to tell me that This Is How You Remind Me is not a good song? You know what I mean? This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. Okay, don't get me started, okay? And that Spider-Man song that Chad Kroger did, okay? You gonna deny that that's a good-ass song? You gonna deny that Chad Kroger did a brilliant Spider-Man song? Okay. Because I'm not defending Coldplay here, I'm just saying.
I think you are defending.
They had a couple of good albums.
And
They had a couple of good albums. The rest of the music is bad. Dizzle McFizzle, next week. I already talked about the P.O. Box, Dizzle. I mentioned it. It's coming next week, I promise, Dizzle. Thank you so much for the support. But yeah. You can take your picture. What do you see in the future? Listen, don't get me started on Coldplay. Anyways, folks. We have, do you want a visa? Nour, do you want a visa to the US?
I would love a visa.
Would you like a visa to the US? Well, the US Embassy now wants to access your social media accounts and wants you to make them public. According to Megaphone News, can you cut to me?
I'm never making my profiles public for the US Embassy. for the fucking US embassy.
Well, they're demanding it. So, every visa education is a national security decision. Effective immediately, all individuals applying for an F, M, or J non-immigrant visa are requested to adjust the privacy settings on all of their personal social media accounts to public to facilitate vetting necessary to establish their identity and admissibility to the United States. So basically, if you've expressed anything against Israel, I'm sure anything that's pro-Palestine, if you've expressed any anger or any disappointment or any criticism towards the US government on social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever the fuck. And it's not like people didn't know that the US government was doing that. I always assumed that embassies are going to look at your social media, they're going to Google your name, they're going to see what comes up, and they're going to do their due diligence before giving you a visa. But for them to ask you, you have to make your social media public, because if you don't even make it public, we're not even going to be able to vet you to give you a visa. It is now basically a requirement. And they're going to look at your social media. Lucky for me, I'm a US citizen. I've said a lot of anti-US stuff on social media. I've expressed a lot of anger and disappointment with the US government and specifically their funding of this genocide that is happening in Palestine. So at least I don't have to worry about that. But like everyone else on this crew is kind of fucked. Sorry, Nour.
Never going to the...
We can delete all of the episodes. We can delete everything. But like every Lebanese
the US
person
is very low on my travel list.
I'm sure it is.
I think I'll die before.
You'll survive, I'm sure. But like for anyone who is looking to get a visa, you now have to basically watch what you say online, bro. This is another form of trying to control speech. You know what I mean? Like freedom of speech, freedom of speech. But if you criticize our leaders, we're not going to let you come here. Now I get it. The freedom of speech is supposed to stand for American citizens. If you're not an American citizen and if you hate the American government, they don't have to let you in. But I mean, is it just going to stop at criticizing the US government? We know what that means. We know that criticizing Israel is not going to be accepted by these people when they're trying to give you a visa. So
land of the free.
Land of the free. Except criticizing Israel. Don't do it. Don't do it. Everything else is fine, though. So that is just a small little update on that. A friend of the show, I mean, not really, but Miss Rachel, folks. Brand new hero. We all love Miss Rachel. She has become a staple in all of our lives. This is a very cute little video that she posted on her social media. Check it out. Nour, can you switch?
Hi, friends. What's the letter of the day?
It's M. Hi, Miss Rachel.
Hi, yes, it's M from my friend Motaz. Yay! Hi. Hi, friends.
So very cute video. Except the way she says "What's the letter of the day" is a bit maybe too intense for me to see. The day.
What's the letter of the day?
It's M. Hi, Miss Rachel.
Hi, yes, it's M from my friend Motaz. Yay!
Such a sweet video, so wholesome. And I know Motaz, a lot of people have criticized Motaz because he like criticized Hamas and he I get it, okay? But again, the man survived the genocide in Gaza. He was able to make it out of there alive, and it's because of him that we were able to see what was happening, all of the brutality. I love Motaz. I'm always going to love Motaz and care about him and respect him and wish the best for him, even if he has takes that I don't agree with. But did I experience any of the horrific stuff that he experienced? No, not even a fraction of what he's experienced. So he can have whatever opinions and takes that he wants. I'm not going to be the one to criticize him. But people are going after Miss Rachel for this video. Oh, I thought I had another one. Let me try to find the link. 1 second. Don't switch to me just yet.
Hi, friends. What's the letter of
the day? What's the letter of the day? Sorry, I'm almost there.
I really find it hard to believe that you actually have to kids like that.
Right?
Like, I think it's gonna make them
dumber. What's the letter of the day? So can you cut back? So here is Eyal Yacobi, who says, I've stayed quiet on Miss Rachel because it seemed she was just supporting Palestinians. But now she's posted a video with her friend Motaz Azaiza. Azaiza openly backs the resistance and celebrated Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. We got Bad Empanada in her replies. Based Miss Rachel, we stand October 7th queen. Oh, Bad Empanada is fucking insane, bro. Dizzle McFizzle sends another $5 and says, don't worry, Nour, you'd pass as Puerto Rican. We'll tell them you're a cousin.
Oh.
So Dizzle McFizzle's got you.
Thank you.
Khalas, he's got you. You're taking care of Nour.
I would love to be a Puerto Rican.
Bob Vorn sends another $2 for the Juicy Falafel Fund. Do you want a falafel sandwich, Nour? Thank you so much, Bob Born. If you want it now, we can eat it now. We can order some falafel. Or next time. You want to do falafel next time?
Next time, because I had a protein shake
You
before
had a protein
I came
shake.
here. So
We've ordered some labubus, folks. So next time we'll do labubu unboxing with falafel sandwiches on the side, bro. Labubus and falafel, they go hand in hand. Thank you so much, Bob Born. Just a second. So, and here's another insane take. This is Dahlia Kurtz. Great to see Miss Rachel celebrating diversity on her children's show. On this episode, she introduces Motaz, a Palestinian who celebrated the October 7th massacre. Miss Rachel doesn't discriminate against terrorists. Roger Berry says she has since been diagnosed as the R word, hasn't she? Dahlia responds by saying, I'm surprised she hasn't yet been diagnosed as a terrorist. And we got Bad Empanada right here being like, you mean October 7th, the glory against the invading settler scum? By the way, Bad Empanada has launched something called CPS. Did you guys hear about that? The Center for Proletariat Solidarity. So he has launched CPS, and he's the chairman of CPS, and he's going to be selling CPS merch, t-shirts, hats. So we love a good Bad Empanada here. The master troller, the greatest of trollers. Why is he sharing this?
He really is a master troller.
When the Superman movie is anti-Semitic, so we're gonna be talking about Drew Pavlou in a second. But yes, Bad Empanada, the head and chairman of CPS, the Center for Proletariat Solidarity. Good job, Mr. Bad Empanada. Mr. Chairman, he is my chairman. He is your chairman. He is all of our chairmans. Here's another fun little video. Video from Fox News where this guy, I don't know what his full name, Gutfeld? Greg Gutfeld, I think. Greg Gutfeld is his full name. Here they are very casually talking about being called Nazis.
This is why the criticism doesn't matter to us.
Oh yeah, sorry. And also, Bad Empanada is going to be selling patches in the size of Teddy Fresh patches. He wants people to replace their Teddy Fresh logos with CPS logos. Just another little funny thing.
When you call us Nazis, this is why the criticism doesn't matter to us. When you call us Nazis, Nazi this, Nazi that, you know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks. The way they were able to remove the power.
The way he says we need to learn from the blacks, first of all, the way he says that, like, that's so fucking disgusting. We need to learn from the blacks. The blacks. The whites and the colored. We need to learn from the colored. There's your white folk and your colored folk. Just say colored. Just say the colored folk. Why don't you just say that, bro?
Colored.
Might as well. Go back to the 1940s.
From the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up?
So he wants to reclaim it the way black people supposedly have reclaimed the N-word.
The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks. The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's hanging, my Nazi?
Like, they're not really fucking with him. They're like, I don't know if I want to be called a Nazi, bro. If you're comfortable being called a Nazi, they're all like, very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? What up, my Nazi? Hey, my Nazi. Trying to be funny, trying to play it up as if he's saying the N-word, like the blacks.
Also, like the base meaning is just totally different. Like, I don't.
It makes no sense.
It makes absolutely.
It makes no sense. Nazi, like the term.
It's a political ideology.
Yeah, the N-word was used to discriminate against people, to keep them down, to insult them. Nazi, you're just describing a political movement. So the N-word and Nazi have nothing to do with one another. When someone calls you a Nazi, they're basically it's a representation of how you think, of your philosophy, okay? Of whether or not you're a racist piece of shit. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin, you dumb fuck. You dumb Nazi fuck.
Nazi, please.
She's trying to be funny. She's like, Nazi, please.
Nazi, please.
Thank God you did a hard eye there. What does it tell you?
Thank God you did a hard eye there. So, I mean, hilarious. I don't know. What the fuck is happening in America right now, folks? What is happening on your news? You got pedophile presidents, you got Nazis left and right, people doing Sig Heils and shit. What the fuck is happening? What is the deal with your country? But anyways, that is it for the fun little site. Oh, one more little fun one. This is from Bad Empanada, chairman of CPS, folks. He recently shared this. Willy Mac Show is getting married to an IDF soldier on the 26th of July, 2025. So in like just a week from now. Now, look, I don't want to like dox them. Yeah, Ellen William, July 26th in Illinois. Okay, we shouldn't be looking at this. I mean, shit, but like the location. But there she is. She's an IDF soldier. So if anyone was wondering why Willy Mac is so hell-bent on defending Ethan Klein and Hila Klein in the H3 podcast and what Israel is doing over in Palestine, well, wonder no more. He is married to Hila Klein Jr., a small, younger version of Hila Klein. Willy Mac and Ethan Klein, folks, have both found love in a hopeless place known as Israel. They have found love in the IDF. Is this lady like the raider of Ramallah? She might be a butcher of Gaza. We'll never know. So that just explains it. That explains his slop. That explains why he's going after IDubs, why he goes after Hassan. He just literally is a Zionist. He is married, or is getting married to a Zionist. That is it, folks. It's that simple. It is that simple.
He was finally appointed a wife.
Finally appointed a wife. And yeah, New York Anthony says chin is still missing, and it is. Maybe he'll get a chin. Let's look at his chin real quick. Yeah, definitely. Oh my God, there's no fucking chin on that. Can you cut to the chinless photo? Look at that. Truly no chin. Truly chinless. Dizzle McFizzle says, bro, we're not doing well. RIP USA. Long live PR. PR is what? Is PR country? Puerto Rico, that's right. Puerto Rico. Sorry, Dizzle. Sorry, Dizzle. So that's a small Willy Mac. There's a Willy Mac video that I was considering watching. I don't know if I should do a reaction to it next week. Let's see. All his videos are the fucking same, man. Willy Mac. All of his videos are literally the same.
Earlier this week, we got to view the charges.
Shut up, Willy. He's got the victims of Ethan Klein, doxers, liars, and going bankrupt. There he is, 181k views. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I don't think I'm gonna have time, honestly. But anyways, we are about to get to our movie topics, folks. There's a bunch of movie stuff that we want to talk about. It shouldn't take too long. How long have we been streaming for, Nour? About an hour? An hour and 10 minutes. Asmongold needs a maternal figure for his rats. Oh, he does, right? Didn't he kill his own mom, unfortunately? R.I.P. Asmongold. I mean, that is pretty sad. I don't know if he killed her, but apparently he didn't take very good care of her. He would let her smoke, and a very unhealthy, dirty environment where he lives. None of my business, though.
Lives with?
He lived. I mean, she's gone now, but he used to before he, contributed to her death, supposedly.
I just saw the new Superman movie.
Allegedly. We don't know. We don't know. But seeing how he lives, it would not be shocking, folks. He's a pretty disgusting human being. I'm just opening up all the topics. All the topics.
Everyone like this stream.
Everybody like the stream, folks. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Do Not Worry Gaming as well. Okay, we got a bunch of some news topics. Movie news. Movie news. Let's just real quick see how we're doing here on the Do Not Worry Gaming channel. We are at 625 subs. Let me refresh it. Are we at more? 625. That's pretty good. We're 75 subs away from 700. So 375 away from 1,000. Very good. I'm going to be streaming most likely tomorrow night. I'm going to be playing some Dark Souls. So look forward to that, y'alls.
I'm excited for more gaming.
Yeah, me too.
That Dark Souls.
Me too. I'm excited for gaming, honestly. I'm very excited for that channel. I just wanted to pick up a little bit, and then once it's monetized, I'm going to spend a lot more time on there, folks. Best believe. So, Susan Sarandon, folks, one of the most outspoken Palestine supporters when it comes to Hollywood and celebrities and stuff like that. She is a socialist queen. Actually gave her review for Superman. So, Susan Sarandon has praised James Gunn's Superman on Instagram. Let's read her review. She shared this photo on her Instagram stories and said, "Love this movie. So sweet and fun. Superman stops the non-specific colonization of indigenous people by a ruthless military. So unless you identify as a colonizer, you shouldn't be upset. And the dog, I'm speechless. So what a queen, what a review. And we've been reading every week. I've been reading to you guys angry Zionists wailing about Superman being anti-Semitic. Why are they attacking Israel? Why is Superman against Israel? We read that whole post yesterday about the little boy asking his dad, Papa, why does Superman hate the Jews? So insane takes are happening. So I love how she says, Superman stops the non-specific colonization of indigenous people by a ruthless military. So unless you identify as a colonizer, you shouldn't be upset. So everyone who's getting triggered, who's getting angry by that movie, it is such a self-report. It's so fucking funny. So what a queen. And whoever hasn't seen Superman, go watch it. Apparently, if you support Superman at this point, you support Palestine. So go watch it.
I haven't seen.
It's a fun movie. I think they kind of overdid it with the craziness, but overall, fun movie and a solid start to the brand new DCEU. Cooks sends $2. Thank you, Cooks, and says y'all should do a coolest country flag tier list. You know what? Maybe.
That's a good one.
We've done the national anthems. We've done the food. The problem with the flags, a lot of them look very similar. Like they're just like a red stripe and a white stripe. Like, you know what I mean? They're just so. But we could add it to the list, Nour. Please add it to the list. So that was a quick review from Susan Sarandon about the new Superman movie. But here's Drew Pavlou, who Bad Empanada makes fun of a lot. I thought he was much older than this because I've only seen his picture on Twitter. Watching this, he looks like a 12-year-old boy, bro. I didn't know he was that young. So we're just going to watch a few minutes of this. Here's a 26-minute video where he says the new Superman movie is Nazi, basically claiming that it's completely anti-Semitic. Let's just listen to his stupidity for a few seconds.
Shocked how anti-Jewish it is.
And really enough, like this guy is so dumb that he's currently beefing with Nick Eat the Oreo, who is like an H3 fan lover boy. Like, what this guy's saying is so stupid that Nick Eat the Oreo, who loves H3 and who loves Zionists, is saying that this guy is fucking crazy for saying that Superman is anti-Semitic. So if we are agreeing with Nick Eat the Oreo, who used to host a show called The Ultimate Rape Review, then you know something is wrong in society right now.
It's basically a neo-Nazi movie. It's basically a Groyper movie. I was sitting there. I just saw the new Superman movie. I'm actually shocked how anti-Jewish it is. It is basically a neo-Nazi movie. It is basically a Groyper movie. I was sitting there in the theater thinking, how the hell did they make a Hollywood AAA production written by Nick Fuentes? I was just actually stunned by how crazy.
Written by Nick Fuentes. He thinks the Superman movie is written by Nick Fuentes because they're showing a colonizer force attacking a poor, helpless, defenseless nation, which is literally happening right now. He thinks that because Superman is helping defenseless people, he is anti-Semitic. If Superman does not support the genocide of Palestinians, he is anti-Semitic. How fucking insane and unhinged is this fucking take?
Believe it at times. I went into the film with low expectations because I saw all these mentally ill lefties on social media crowing about how the film was total social
commenting
cultural
about his hair.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with his hair, bro? That is insane hair. That is like very Nazi hair.
victory, crowing about how the film is a total cultural victory against Israel, America, the West, the Yahud. Sean King wrote on Substack that outside of literally calling the two nations, Israel and Palestine, it couldn't be any clearer. Hassan Piker called it 2 hours and 10 minutes of fuck Israel. So I bought a ticket with all of this in mind. I actually took a notepad to the screening so I could write down my observations, and I will go into them now because I actually am still shocked. I'm still shocked. Listen, the primary villain in the film is Vassal Gurkos, the leader of the fictional country of Beirut, which is very clearly supposed to represent Israel. It's very obvious.
Bro, you're so stupid. If it's very obvious that they're supposed to represent Israel and they're committing a fucking illegal land grab and they're trying to invade a peaceful country, why are you upset? Why don't you just understand what the movie's trying to tell you? These evil colonizers are the bad guys. What they're doing to these poor brown people is fucked up. Why do you get offended on behalf of the colonizer? Why are you getting offended on behalf of the Nazis, you stupid idiot? Jesus, bro.
Gurkos happens to look almost exactly the same as David Ben-Gurion, the primary national founder and first prime minister of the state of Israel. He also happens to have the exact same accent as Benjamin Netanyahu. We first see him in the film shrieking on American television, demanding American submission to his Beirut, Israel. He tells us that...
But guys, look at all the books he's read. He must be smart. Dizzle McFizzle sends $2 and says, we should do a cat video tier list. Ooh, that would be kind of fun. But aren't there endless cat videos? Could we ever get through...
The internet is news.
Could we ever get through cat videos? And now with AI cat videos. Oh my god. Should we do an AI cat video tier list? No, I'm kidding. That would be the most cursed thing ever. Dizzle, thank you so much for the support. We love you so much.
The streets must be flooded with the blood of every Jahaporan, which is kind of like a stand-in for the Palestinians. Gurkos Netanyahu and Beirut, Israel, want to invade the country of Jahanpur, which is basically supposed to represent Gaza. That's the whole crux of the film. We are told in the film that Superman previously showed up during a previous bout of fighting between the Israel and the Gaza side. to intervene on the side of the Palestinians, and that this drew the ire of the American and Israeli governments. Indeed, Superman tells his love interest, Lois Lane, that he flew the Netanyahu character out to the desert and tortured him with cactus to stop him from threatening.
Oh, I wish a real Superman could do that. I wish someone could fly Netanyahu out to the desert and torture him with cactus, bro. That sounds fucking brilliant. That sounds amazing. But anyways, we're not gonna watch this idiot's fucking full review. I just wanted to give you guys more of a taste of how these Zionists are freaking the fuck out about a Superman movie. And even if this wasn't intentional, even if James Gunn just accidentally made this very clear one-to-one parallel to Israel-Palestine, I'm sure he didn't want to get political, but like, whatever his intentions were, bro, the result is the same. The result is wonderful. People are fucking shitting on Zionists. People like me are enjoying the fuck out of this, and it's just fun to tease people with that Superman doesn't fuck with Israel, bro. It's just kind of nice. And the best part is seeing these Zionists seething in the theater, sitting there with their Zionist families, sitting there wanting to enjoy. Can you cut to the cats? Thinking he wants to enjoy it. They're going to enjoy an innocent.
Oh, they... They were fighting.
So yeah, the best part is having these Zionists, you know, like a dad and his wife going, "Hello, children, let's go watch the new Superman. You know, he was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, two proud Jewish men. Let us go. By the way, I love Netanyahu. Fuck Palestinians, fuck Gaza, fuck the Arabs. Hey, let's sit. Did you get your popcorn? Did you get your schnitzel? Hey, Yoav, little Yoav, come here.
Not Yoav.
Yoav, come here. Benjamin, come here. Yoav, Benjamin, get your snacks. Did you get your red Twizzlers? Okay, sit down. Let us watch this Superman movie, which is definitely not going to have any anti-Zionist sentiments or any anti-Israel sentiments. What? Look, there's a country invading poor brown people. They are talking about us. They are talking about Israel. Damn you, James Gunn. I just want that, folks. I just want to see these families. And little Yoav, Papa, why do they hate Israel so much? Oh, Papa, oh, I thought Superman was on our side, Papa. You said Superman was a proud Jewish man. He is. This is why you got to teach your son, you motherfucker, that being Jewish has nothing to do with being a Zionist freak. Anyways. Future May Queen, I've been craving... I wanted to get schnitzel from the supermarket last time, and they didn't have any schnitzel. I had to leave there without any schnitzel. Froggy Friend says, I just realized I have the same Luigi plush. I got it from Target, Froggy. I got it from Target. I saw it. I was like, you know what? I'm getting... And I literally only got it for Luigi Mangione. This is a Luigi Mangione. But I got it from Target when I was visiting the States a couple months ago. I saw him. It was like $5. I was like, damn, plushes have never been that cheap. Maybe it was like $7 actually. But yeah, little Target. Where'd you get it from? Did you get it from Target? Let us know. So that is Drew Pavlou's review of Superman. He thinks it's anti-Semitic. Do you care about The Legend of Zelda, Nour? Have you played any Legend of Zelda game?
No.
I haven't either. Let's talk about this quickly then. Legend of Zelda, folks, has found its cast, and it has cast 2 British actors in the lead role. Here they are. We did talk about this like a couple...
Not Hunter Schafer?
Not Hunter Schafer. That we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Fans have been fan casting Hunter Schafer as Princess Zelda. They have wanted Hunter Schafer. I told you guys, look, being realistic, ain't no way a major studio is going to hire a trans actress to play a mainstream character like Princess Zelda. As awesome as it is and as perfect as Hunter Schafer is for Princess Zelda, in today's climate where people are like, if you cast a black actor in a movie, you're accused of being DEI, and you have companies like Target and Walmart cutting back on like anything that is seen as woke or DEI, it was honestly very wishful thinking that they would actually have the balls to hire Hunter Schafer as Princess Zelda. So while that is unfortunate, let us see who they did end up casting. The new film adaptation of The Legend of Zelda video game series will see 2 young British actors take on the leading roles, Nintendo has announced. Renegade Nell star Bo Bragason, who's 21, has been cast as Princess. Okay, so her name is Bo Bragason, who's 21, who's been cast as Princess Zelda, while Pinocchio's Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, 16, will play the role of Link. Damn, they're fucking young, man. He's 16 years old. He's going to be playing Link. Announcing the news on X, Nintendo's Shigeru Miyamoto said he was very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen. This will be the very first attempt to make a Zelda film, although the franchise previously had an animated TV series in 1989. Bragason has previously appeared in Disney Plus series Renegade Nell and the BBC series Three Girls and the Jetty. I've never seen or heard of these things before. She has also appeared in horror films Censor and The Radleys. Again, I've not seen them. Ainsworth's screen credits include the 2022 live-action remake of Pinocchio starring Tom Hanks, which I also did not see, as well as The Haunting of Bly Manor, Everything's Going to Be Great, and All Fun and Games opposite Sex Education's Asia Butterfield. So this is your cast, folks. What do you think? I mean, I'm disappointed that it wasn't Hunter Schafer, but this kid, dye his hair blonde. I think he can look like Link. He has the right look, I guess. You know what I mean? She's a blonde woman, so she can work fine as Princess Zelda, I guess. You know what I mean? If that's the requirement. Doesn't look anything like Hunter Schafer's Princess Zelda. That would have been way more accurate. But hey, what can we do? 1 second, folks. We're going to cut to the cats because we might have something.
They're so confused.
Okay. Sorry, folks. Cat distractions are important. So what do you guys think of this cast? I think they're kind of boring. Raimi Winter says meh. I kind of agree with you. It's kind of a meh cast. It's not exciting. I think this movie's going to live and die by how the director does it. I think this is being directed by Wes Ball, who directed... Nour, can you stop Mike from biting them? Directed by Wes Ball, who directed the most recent Planet of the Apes movies. He did the Maze Runner movies, I think. So if the movie's stylish, if it's well shot, if the story's nice, all that stuff, it should be fine. But other than that, I don't have much to say. Good luck, and you fucked up by not hiring Hunter Schafer. Now, obviously, a lot of the crazy right-wingers online were like celebrating that they didn't hire Hunter Schafer. Like, at least they hired a woman to play her. Let me see if I can find...
I would have seen it if it had Hunter Schafer, but now I'm not.
Definitely. I mean, I'm going to watch it either way, but I've also not played any of the games, so I don't have that attachment. Zelda cast. I just want to look at the replies. So this is from Nintendo. Let's just scroll down to the responses. I will give it a watch if... Oh, so I will give it a watch if you keep DEI out of it. Hero save damsel with swords and wits. Thanks. This is like 9/11 for Troons. Who will be still no clear idea. Okay. Let's see. They're not being very anti-transphobic in these replies. The Game Awards. Oh my god, this is going to be fucking incelly. The alternate... Oh, there we go. So this is the Game Awards announcing Zelda will be played by Bo Bragason in the live-action Legend of Zelda film. Here we go. The first reply is, the alternatives were Zendaya or a literal man. Emily says...
A
what?
literal man is very bold.
Right, like, show me a picture of Hunter Schafer and tell me that's a man. Like, fucking freak.
Really?
Emily says, what happened with Hunter? Marius says, isn't Zelda a dude, though? This person has to confuse with Link. Zelda was a dude, not a chick. This is terrible casting for that reason. Why do they change the sex of... Oh, they think Zelda's supposed to... They think Legend of Zelda means Zelda's the guy character. They think Zelda is Link, bro. These people are so fucking stupid. Ian, or Lane, says, the Hunter Schafer fans are in complete shambles after Nintendo hired a woman to play a woman. 12K likes. Lolling at the people who thought that a Japanese company would hire a trans person to a major role. I mean, look, it doesn't need to be lolled, but I think anyone who was expecting Hunter Schafer was kind of like insane. Like, it was just never going to happen. Unfortunately, just because of the climate that we live in. Nothing else.
I was sort of hopeful.
Polish Pusher says, please mention Mohsen's fundraiser one more time. Guys, we're doing a fundraiser for Mohsen. We're going to be doing a whole fundraiser episode for Mohsen before the end of this month, hopefully. Maybe we're going to try to do it maybe by the end of next week. I just want to see if there's some graphics I can work on. If not, we'll do it without the graphics. We don't need the graphics to get in the way of raising money for these people. So there is a link somewhere in the... Haley D just shared a link right now, which I'm going to pin to the top of this.
Isn't it better?
The beginning of the month? Should we do it at the beginning of next month when people got paid?
Yeah, exactly.
When people... So we might do the fundraiser at the beginning of next month when all of you guys have gotten like fresh paychecks and stuff, and maybe you'll be more comfortable to donate. But a full-on fundraiser is coming for Mohsen, folks. A full episode will... Even if I have to sit here and read the phone book, I'll sit here for hours and just try to raise money for Mohsen. So what we do here doesn't really matter. Maybe I can try to bring some people on for some calls or something like that. We'll do what we can. Next up, folks, Harry Potter. The Harry Potter series has been filming. They've just started filming, and we reacted to the picture of the new Harry Potter actor together last time. So here's an article by MSN, which they're claiming that they're filming both seasons back to back. So HBO will film seasons of Harry Potter back to back, but they're short. So let's just read some details here. The other day, HBO celebrated the beginning of filming its Harry Potter TV series by releasing a picture of child actor Dominic McLaughlin in costume as Harry Potter himself. And there's the picture right here. Decked out in his Hogwarts wizard robes, HBO plans to adapt all 7 of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books to the screen, the transphobe J.K. Rowling, one season at a time, diving into more of the details than the movies had time for. Season 1 will premiere sometime in 2027. That raises a concern. These days, fans are waiting longer and longer between seasons of their favorite shows, which is true. For example, like The Last of Us, they took like 2 years in between seasons. There's going to be like there's going to be another 2 years until season 3 comes out in 2027. House of the Dragon on HBO, they're taking like 2 to 3 years between every season, and then it's only like 6 to 8 episodes. So we are waiting longer and longer for seasons of TV, and we're getting fewer and fewer episodes. That's because they're making these TV shows more like movies. They're way more high budget. They cost a lot more, but that's kind of what's happening. So in order to get around that, and like Stranger Things, I know it's filled with Zionists, but like Stranger Things, it's been like 4 years since the last season. So huge budgets, crazy production times, and the actors are just fucking growing up. Stranger Things, they started as 10-year-olds. They're now all in their fucking 30s. So the Harry Potter series is doing a few things to get around that. So fans are waiting longer and longer between seasons of their favorite shows. Ooh, sorry. Quick. Fans are waiting longer between seasons of their favorite shows, especially big sci-fi, fantasy tentpole dramas. Imagine if we had to wait 2 years or more between seasons of this new Harry Potter show. The young cast members will be in their mid-20s by the time it's over, struggling to convince us that they're actually in high school. Apparently, HBO has thought about that. Redanian Intelligence, a Witcher fan site that sometimes gets inside scoops on fantasy TV shows, claims that someone close to the production of the Harry Potter series has approached them and given them information about HBO's plans. According to this source, HBO plans to film the first season of Harry Potter, which will adapt the book of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone from July of this year through May of 2026. They're also going to be filming Harry Potter and the second book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, just a couple of months later, starting in July of 2026. Essentially, they're shooting seasons 1 and 2 back to back, kind of like they shot the Lord of the Rings movies back in the early 2000s. They shot them all at once, all in one go. By the time the first movie was out in theaters, they were editing the second movie. When the second movie was out in theaters, they were editing and finalizing the third movie. They're going to be doing that with the Harry Potter series. As season 1 comes out, they're going to be doing post-production on season 2. When season 2 is out, they're going to be already filming season 3. That should hopefully lead to 1 season of TV every year to every 1 year and a half. You're not going to have to wait 2 to 3 years, and they can keep the kids' ages under control. They're not going to have to be 30 by the time they're filming season 7, and they're like absolute adults. Again, with that said, that is even if you want to support J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter, I don't think I'm gonna be watching the series myself. I don't think I care anymore. Like, I kind of grew out of Harry Potter. There's a lot of other childish things that I did not grow out of, but Harry Potter to me is something that has not held the test of time for me. It hasn't stood the test of time, and with J.K. Rowling being as problematic as she is, I'm not exactly sure how much I want to support her. Maybe if I want to watch the series, I'll find another way, wink wink, to watch it without supporting the production of that series.
I will be watching, however, I will not be supporting.
Exciting. But anyway, so that's what they're going to be doing. They're filming it back to back. And quick news. Each episode is each season is going to be, can you cut back to the thing? there's a catch. These first 2 seasons would only run for 6 episodes apiece, with future seasons possibly going up to 8. So season 1 and season 2 are each going to be 6 episodes each, which, if they're like 50 minutes or 45 minutes an episode, comes out to about 4.5 hours for season 1, 4.5 hours for season 2. If the first movie was like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, you're basically getting close to double the length. So you can fit a lot more story details that were missed in the movies if you're into that, if you're interested. And they also released this picture of Nick Frost as Hagrid.
Why does he look like AI?
He looks like, I don't like it. So here's a comparison of the OG Hagrid and Nick Frost. Like, I'm going to tell you guys what I don't like about it. This guy was legit big. Okay, he was a big actor, big size, tall dude. Generally looked like Hagrid without needing a lot of makeup. This beard looks like a real beard. Even if it's not, it looks like a real beard. His hair, he's got actual, like, it looks like real hair. He just looks more convincing. This looks like Nick Frost with a fake beard trying to look like Hagrid. I'm sorry. Like, again, I know I sound like an old man. They'll never do it like they used to. The old movies were iconic. The old actors were iconic. This might be for a new generation. Hopefully they'll be happy with them. But like this, I'm looking at a real beard on the left, real curly fucking long beard hairs versus an obviously fake looking beard on the right. So it doesn't look all that convincing, to be honest with you. But hey, our newer generation is going to care. Don't forget, the first Harry Potter movie came out in like 2001. So it's a 25-year-old movie at this point. Younger audiences aren't going to care. They're just going to enjoy the TV show. But this just looks like cosplay to me. It looks like expensive, good cosplay that you would see at like Comic-Con. But this is not Hagrid, bro. This guy just sounded like Hagrid. Look at his face. Look at his cheeks. Look at how red his cheeks are. You know what I mean? Like, he's Hagrid, bro.
You're sounding like a boomer.
I am sounding like a boomer. You know what I mean? Back in my day, they used to make things better. Also, what's the deal with these trans people? Am I right? I'm kidding. Folks, I'm kidding. Justice for J.K. Rowling. Okay, we're done with Harry Potter, folks. Let us know what you guys think. Are you going to be watching? I know most of you guys are going to be watching this shit. So, no thank you, The Guardian. Quick update. So, as you guys know, let me pull that up real quick before we get into that.
We've been streaming for an hour 35 minutes.
I think we'll be done in like 2 hours. 2 hours sharp. Nope, sorry. I fucked up. Ooh, I fucked up, folks. We good. So, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, folks. Can you cut to me? Can you cut to the computer? Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which is coming out next year, exactly 1 year from today, July 17th, 2026. Now, they did something.
That's a cool-ass poster.
It's a very cool poster. That's the teaser poster.
That's a beautiful...
As you guys know, Christopher Nolan is one of the most renowned directors working today. He is one of the most bankable directors working today. He is the director of the Dark Knight trilogy, of Oppenheimer, of Dunkirk, a whole bunch of movies. He's one of the most talented and most prolific directors working today, and one of the most successful. He made Oppenheimer last year, folks, a black and white like biopic about the guy who invented the atomic bomb, and that movie made almost $1 billion worldwide. It doesn't matter what subject matter that man touches. He knows how to make event cinema and event films. When people find out that Christopher Nolan is directing a movie, they are likely to show up to the theater regardless of the topic of what the movie is about, because they know he's going to deliver an intense cinematic experience, particularly if you like IMAX and if you like that format. He shoots his movies using IMAX cameras. You're never going to get as much bang for your buck sitting in an IMAX theater as much as you're going to get it from a Christopher Nolan movie. I'm a big fan of Christopher Nolan. I remember I watched 2 of his movies in legit IMAX screens in the US on like 70mm IMAX in the Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. I remember watching The Dark Knight Rises in 70mm IMAX, and I saw Interstellar in 70mm IMAX, and they were both really fucking awesome experiences, if I might say so myself. So, what have they done for the release of The Odyssey? They're doing something quite unique. They released the tickets, the IMAX tickets, for 70mm screens 1 year in advance. So if you want, you can get online right now and buy your tickets for The Odyssey, which is going to tell the story of Homer's Odyssey. and like this epic adventure and epic tale. So you know Christopher Nolan doing something like that, a swords and sandal epic, is going to be just the word, epic. So you can literally buy your tickets a year in advance. And the crazy thing is, it is already sold out. They have sold out tickets almost practically every 70mm screening that they're selling tickets for a year in advance have been sold out. Now, what does that do? This makes it into a fucking event. People are clamoring for these tickets a year in advance. And then I saw this tweet online, and that made me realize just how much of a mainstream thing this is. Mia Khalifa, folks. Mia Khalifa just put out this tweet saying, survived war, between parentheses, secured tickets to the Odyssey in IMAX 70mm a year in advance. So if we got people like Mia Khalifa, who, by the way, I did not know this. Mia Khalifa's got some movie game. This is another tweet that she put out. Someone was saying that bum Batman is in his 40s and still getting into situationships. Mia Khalifa quote tweeted that and said something extremely fucking awesome. She said, not to get too deep, but yeah, that's the point. Clark isn't human, but the unconditional love from his adopted parents humanized him. Bruce lost that love early in life, and it dehumanized him for a bit. He finds his way through it, and it heals in some adaptations, but it requires hanging up the cape and cowl. Mia Khalifa's like a Batman and Superman expert, folks. She's like a comic book expert. How fucking crazy is that? So then I went into her Twitter to see if she had any more like interesting takes or like movie takes. Folks, she follows me on Twitter. Mia Khalifa was following me on Twitter and I had no idea, bro. So I followed her right away. I'm like, shit, bro, I guess I need to follow her back. Like, what the fuck? Why does Mia Khalifa follow me on Twitter? That's insane. But she's got amazing fucking movie takes, bro. The fact that she has tickets to the Odyssey in IMAX already, like, that's fucking badass. And the fact that she gives such a nuanced take about Batman and Superman, proving how much she actually understands these characters. Very impressive. I must say, Mia Khalifa, I was not impressed with your game. I was not familiar with your game, and I'm very impressed. So, just a little aside. And thank you for the follow, Mia Khalifa. I don't know what to say. I was not expecting that. So let's see. So first tickets to Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey sell out a year before his 2026 release. The blockbuster adaptation of Homer's epic has not finished filming and has no official runtime, but superfans and scalpers already have seats. And yes, scalpers are reselling the tickets already on eBay for like hundreds of dollars. They're trying to make a profit off of all of that stuff. And folks, no, I am not sweating. Okay. I'm not sweating. It's just kind of like, it's just surprising. The first tickets to Christopher Nolan's take on Homer's Odyssey have gone on sale before he's even finished filming it and a year before the film is even out, in what is likely the longest pre-sale in cinematic history. The Odyssey, which stars Matt Damon as the cunning Odysseus as he fights his way home after the end of the Trojan War, will be released on 17 July 2026. But on Thursday, IMAX released tickets to the first screenings at the 26 IMAX cinemas around the world that have the staff and equipment required to project 1570 format. So there's only a handful of theaters that actually have 70mm screens that provide true IMAX. That's why I had to go to the Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. to watch it. Most IMAX theaters that you'll see in like an AMC or a Regal, it's fake IMAX. It's still a very large screen and it's larger than every other screen. But like real IMAX is like stadium seating. You literally have to like look up and down to get a whole view of the screen. It's truly something else. So if you want to watch The Odyssey is the very first movie to be completely filmed 100% with IMAX cameras. Usually they'll use IMAX cameras for certain sequences, big action sequences, because the cameras are very big and bulky. They're hard to get in everywhere. But Christopher Nolan keeps on like pushing the technology. They've like developed, he's helped develop special smaller IMAX cameras that he can use in different scenes. Like, he's a fucking badass. So this is the fact that the whole movie is shot in IMAX. Sorry, I get very nerdy when it comes to IMAX. I love my IMAX, folks. IMAX, if you're hiring, I'd love to be a representative for the Middle East. Shit, let's fucking do it.
Let's just hope this movie has some developed female characters.
Let's. I mean, weren't there some good female characters in Oppenheimer or no? No.
No.
His wife was pretty developed. No. Look, I can't remember. It's a story about men. Okay, I'm sorry.
It wasn't.
Nour, it's a man who created the atomic bomb. It's a story about a man, for us, by us. Okay.
Yeah.
Women. And what do you want to do the what is it called, the Bechdel test? The Bechdel test? Is it Bechdel or Bechdel test? It's basically, if you want to see Bechdel test, it's basically, you see it's a grade you give a movie. It either passes or fails. to pass the Bechdel test, you literally need to have 2 female characters in your movie having a conversation that is not about a man. If you have 2 female characters in your movies talking about something that is not related to a man, your film passes the Bechdel. Bechdel, right? Yeah, so Bechdel test. So all you need to have is 2 female characters having a conversation with one another that does not revolve around a man, and your film passes the Bechdel test. I don't know if Oppenheimer passed the Bechdel test, actually.
I did not.
I don't think so, right? You can Google it.
Google it.
If you Google it, like, does Oppenheimer pass the Bechdel test? And I think there's like a website that tracks the shit.
No, it does not. No, they don't talk about anything other than a man.
They don't, huh? Billy Beelzebub says, you call yourself a comic nerd without reading Bechdel. What? What'd I say? But no, I haven't read Bechdel. If you're talking about the American cartoonist, nope. Overnight, IMAX Melbourne sold about 1,800 tickets across 4 screenings. It's crazy. Just 1 year in advance, it's nice and normal to have a pre-sale like that. Jeremy Fee, general manager of IMAX Melbourne. Can you cut to me, the computer? General manager of IMAX Melbourne joked to Guardian Australia on Friday, I couldn't be more excited. We worship Nolan here. It's a bit pathetic, but we love him so much. In the US, almost all tickets sold out within an hour. Soon, there were reports of tickets being resold online by scalpers for between $300 and $400 per ticket. In the UK, London's famous BFI IMAX has sold out, as has the Science Museum IMAX. I love that all these museums have the legit IMAXs so that they show you like these like space movies and like dinosaur documentaries and stuff. It's like, bro, they need to, honestly, they need to build way more IMAX screens in the world. Like, to me, it's the best format to watch a movie. And fuck 3D, fuck all that other stupid shit, 4DX. It's a big old IMAX screen. I think that's beautiful.
In Lebanon, we have 1 IMAX screen, and it's not real IMAX.
I'm gonna look into Bechdel. I'm gonna look into Bechdel's art. Sounds like I've been missing out. But Billy, I do not appreciate you questioning my comic book nerdiness. Okay, Billy? I don't appreciate that, Billy, but thank you for being here in the live chat.
Did you see the cast of...
Stacked cast. They have a stacked cast in the Odyssey. You guys really want to look it up? Let's check it out. Odyssey. So, did any of you guys manage to snag some tickets? So, can you cut to me? So, we got Tom Holland, we got Matt Damon, Zendaya, John Bernthal, Robert Pattinson, Anne Hathaway, Elliot Page, Charlize Theron, Mia Goth, Himesh Patel, Benny Safdie, John Leguizamo, Cosmo Jarvis, Corey Hawkins. So here we're getting into it's kind of the B-list. Ryan Hurst, Lupita Nyong'o, hell no, that's fucking A-list.
A-lister.
Will Yun Lee, Ryan Hurst from Biker Show, was it called? I forgot what it was called. Sons of Anarchy. Josh Stewart, Samantha Morton, Rafi Gavron, Bill Irwin. Okay, here we're in the B-list and C-list. Oh, Nick Tarabai, holy shit, this guy's Lebanese. This guy, fuck, he's in it? Dude, this guy was in Spartacus. This guy played the Syrian gladiator called Asher in Spartacus. He was like the sneaky, slimy guy. Typical for Syrians. I'm kidding, folks. I'm kidding. We love our Syrian brothers and sisters. I'm just fucking with my friend Elias. Folk, Nick Tarabai, Mabruk, Nick, fuck, wish you the best. He was in when we ranked Lebanese actors. I think I put him in there because I used to watch Spartacus, guys. I used to be a big Spartacus fan. I owned the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray. That's fucking awesome. Okay, yeah, that's
Robert Pattinson's having a good year next. He has the Odyssey, Dune Part 3, and the Batman.
I don't think Batman Part 2 is coming out next year.
It's coming out 2026.
Yeah, 2027. There's no way it's coming out in 2026.
And I can't wait for that. I loved the Batman Part 1.
The Batman was really fucking good. It was really good. The director, Matt Reeves, just turned in a script. Apparently, they're very happy with it. And there's some rumors that he might be sick, that Matt Reeves is like struggling, might be fighting cancer, battling cancer, so he might not be able to direct it like he did the first one. Best wishes out to Matt Reeves. Hope you're doing good. So that is the Odyssey news. Honestly, if I were able to buy tickets 1 year in advance, I would fucking do it. I would. I am an IMAX freak. I would have been one of those fucking freaks on the website as soon as the tickets dropped. Within the hour, I would have secured my tickets a year in advance for 70mm IMAX. I saw Oppenheimer, bro, in fucking IMAX when I was in Dubai, and it was incredible. And it's mainly just a close-ups of his fucking face, bro, and I was like mesmerized. So I love Christopher Nolan. Some people might think he's overrated. I think he's great.
He has some questionable.
Nolan?
Yeah.
I didn't like Tenet. I didn't fuck with
I know
Tenet.
Tenet is one of the better ones. Then you let.
I don't know what the fuck happens in Tenet. Like, I could not tell you what the fuck happens in Tenet. Don't forget, folks, we have pinned a link in the live chat where you can donate to Mohsen. Let's see how this charity is doing. This is one that I think you guys. This is the one that you guys helped a lot on a couple of months ago, and we were doing it here. Let me cut to. It's at £13,000 off 20,000. That's fucking great. Such a good job by Harley O'Donnell, our viewer. And great job by Haley and Harley just constantly pushing this thing. You ladies are great. And a lot of you guys helped bring this up from whatever it was at. I think it was like just at a couple thousand pounds at the time, or just a few £100, and we were able to raise it to like £5,000. You guys have been crazy. And Mohsen and his family desperately need this help. Try to show some of the pictures. Adorable kids. Little Masa. So whatever you can do to help. And again, we're going to be doing a full live stream just from Mohsen and his family. So we got you guys. I do not like. I've barely seen any David Lynch movies. Rosie Tozy, Anthony, do you like David Lynch movies? I need to sit there and watch David Lynch movies. If I had to guess, I would say I probably will not like David Lynch movies. Do not want to disappoint you. James Gunn has just unveiled the Supergirl poster with a major tweak to the two-word Superman slogan. So if you guys have seen Superman by this point, you will know. Minor spoiler alert. Little, like, minor spoiler. It's not even a spoiler at this point. It's in the press. Supergirl makes an appearance in the film. Supergirl makes an appearance, a small little appearance in the movie, to basically set up her upcoming solo movie. So they have recently put out a poster for it. James Gunn unveils Supergirl poster with a major tweak to the slogan. And here it is. So if you guys will remember, the Superman poster slogan was look up into the sky. You're going to see Superman, look up. With Supergirl, it says look out, because she's kind of a menace. Her portrayal in the movie is as like an out of control, kind of like drunk Supergirl. She's kind of all over the place. She's kind of a mess. So the poster, I think this is a very fun take on the slogan, very much connecting it to Superman, very much making this film feel like it's part of the same universe, same continuity. Very clever marketing, to be honest with you guys. I think it's kind of brilliant. So look out, Supergirl is coming, and as you can tell, like, she's got some spray paint on her fingers, result of spray painting the out to cover the up. Should be fun. We know that Lobo is going to be appearing in that movie, played by what's his name, Nour? The big dude, Jason Momoa. Lobo's going to be in there, played by Jason Momoa. Marina Nimitz sends $2 and says, I suggest sharing gaming lives by community post. That's true. I should talk about those more, Marina. I haven't been to sharing. I just don't want to bother people a lot, you know what I mean? I don't want to spam the gaming stuff. Dreadful Utopia says, thoughts on the upcoming Ryan Gosling movie? Ooh, you must be talking about Project Hail Mary. We'll get to that in a second,
What's
Dreadful.
that?
I'll tell you about it in a second. So that's, what do you think of the poster, Noor? You haven't seen Superman yet, right?
No.
I think so. Once you'll see the movie, this will make a lot more sense. I think, look, we don't need to spend 30 minutes on this. I think the poster is very much within the tone and consistent with the tone of the Supergirl that they introduced in Superman. I'm excited to see where they go. We already have a goody two-shoes Superman Kryptonian, so we don't need Supergirl to be the same character as Superman, just as a female. It's nice to have a kind of more rebellious, messy, kind of crazy character with the powers of Superman. She's had a much more difficult upbringing. Supergirl story, like Superman landed on Earth when he was a baby. He was raised by humans. Kara landed on Earth as an adult. She was not raised by humans. She does not have that relationship with Earth that Clark has. She does not care for human beings the way Clark does. So there's a lot of potential for an interesting story with her character. So I think it's actually going to be super fun. So I'm excited to see it. Millie Alcock from House of the Dragon was a great choice to play Kara. She played I forgot the character name in the show. Who did she play? Did you watch House of the Dragon, Noor?
I did, but I don't know who you're
The daughter of the deformed guy. The main character, the blonde lady.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra, she plays young Rhaenyra. There you go. Zeltor sent 3 euros as a super chat sticker. Thank you so much, Zeltor, for supporting the channel. So that's a Supergirl ticket. That's a Supergirl poster. Let's talk about Dreadful Utopia's question, who asked about thoughts on the upcoming Ryan Gosling movie. Let me just pull up the poster for that. It is called Project Hail Mary, and I don't know much about it, but I can tell you guys what I know of the story. Project Hail Mary. It's based on a book, and it's the same writer who wrote The Martian. I loved The Martian, the movie.
The Martian is so good.
I thought The Martian, yeah, was a brilliant movie. So it's the same writer, Andy Weir, I think is his name. I'm not sure. It might be Andy Weir. I'm just opening up the poster for you guys. So can you cut to me? So Ryan Gosling, from the New York Times bestselling author of The Martian, Project Hail Mary, and it's being directed by the producers of the Spider-Verse franchise. What are the why am I forgetting their names? Chris Miller and, can you look up the directors of Project Hail Mary? Chris Miller and something. I forgot their names. They're very talented. Okay, did you find it?
What I found.
Can you cut to me? Where's that here? I'll Google it.
Phil Lord, Chris.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Okay, so Phil Lord and Chris Miller. So what is the story about? Basically, I think like something is happening with like the sun or whatever, and the Earth is gonna be destroyed. So they send Ryan Gosling, who's like a science teacher, out into his spaceship because he's like the only one who can fix it and figure it out. So they send him out, and he needs to, either it's like related to the sun or like an asteroid or something. Something is gonna happen to Earth, and he needs to use science to fix the problem. Very similar to The Martian. As he's up there trying to solve this problem that could potentially destroy the Earth, he runs into an alien who has also been sent from his planet to also try to figure out this problem, because his planet is also at stake. That alien's planet is also going to like explode or cease to exist if that thing that they don't solve happens. So it ends up being like a science movie between where like a human being and an alien are working together to solve this science problem to save both of their planets. If I'm not mistaken, that is the story. Yes, it's very Mac Lopez says it reminded me of the 3-body problem. Yes, it very much feels like the 3-body problem, like this big cosmic thing that is putting a planet at risk, and these aliens are trying to fix it. This time they're trying to fix it hand in hand with human beings. So it does seem like a fun movie. It does seem like fun. I like the directors. I like Chris Miller and what are their names again? Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I really like them as creators. I think everything they've directed has been pretty fun. I love the Spider-Verse movies. So I'm kind of excited to see it. The trailer did not look good, though. The trailer for the movie, for Project Hail Mary, looked a little bit generic, in my opinion, if I'm completely honest. Have you seen the trailer for it?
No, this is the first I hear of it.
And the trailer doesn't do that good of a job. Like, the trailer made it look too much like a comedy. Like, to me, I love The Martian because The Martian, I feel like, is very rewatchable. It's just a simple story of, man, there's a problem, science, how do we solve it? It's very logical, it's very methodical, and problem solving. But this, apparently the book is really good, and apparently the story is really nice. So if they just follow the story, I think it should be a really good, it should be a fun film. You know what I mean? Like science, aliens, spaceships. That's like something that I would love. That's right up my alley, personally. I love science fiction. I love all that sort of thing. So it seems like it would be a lot of fun. So that is Project Hail Mary.
Cool.
And just while on the James Gunn topic, that's just this was a tweet that I found funny. In August 2023, they put out this tweet. Gal Gadot says that James Gunn and Peter Safran told her in a meeting that you're in the best hands. We're going to develop Wonder Woman 3 with you. We love you as Wonder Woman. You've got nothing to worry about. Flash forward to 2 years, and they're not looking to cast a brand new Wonder Woman. Isn't that great? Don't you love that? And this person says, Samah says, damn, he took IDF tactics and used them on her. So James Gunn, not only did he make a pro-Palestine Superman movie, he also lied to Gal Gadot, promised her that she will remain as Wonder Woman, and broke her heart 2 years later. So James Gunn, you're even more of a hero, and we salute you, our friend. And that's essentially it. Now, we do have a couple of trailers that we can watch, but the problem is if we watch these trailers, we are condemning this episode to not being eligible for ads and advertisements. Ooh. So what do you think, Nour? Should we watch
No,
these?
I don't think so.
Should we watch these trailers? What we can do is we can kind of skim through them. We can skim through the ads
Sure.
while still protecting our precious, precious ad revenue. So let us do that. Can you cut over to me? The trailer. So this is the Mortal Kombat trailer. And they're introduced. Have you seen the first Mortal Kombat movie?
Nope.
Do you like? Have you seen the old Mortal Kombat movie from the
Nope,
90s?
But I've played the games.
You've played the game, so you know some of the characters.
Yeah,
Johnny
no,
Cage.
I know all the characters.
So here we have
I've played the game.
Carl. No, what? Did you frame my picture with Carl Urban? I need you to frame the stuff. We need to hang the stuff. So this is Carl Urban, folks. I have a photo, a framed photo with Carl Urban. Did you lose the photos?
No,
You still have them.
I still
Okay.
have them.
It's
But
part of
how
the-
would I lose them?
I don't know. Look, maybe the cat did something to him.
No, they're hidden in my closet.
Folks, I paid $40 to take a picture with Carl Urban, and we're gonna fucking hang that thing. So he's playing Johnny Cage.
He's
You're Johnny
Butcher.
Cage. He's Butcher in The Boys. He's Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. He's Éomer in The Lord of the Rings. He's someone big in Star Trek. He's Judge Dredd. He has so many iconic roles, honestly. He makes very good choices when it comes to picking projects, to be honest with you guys. So here's Johnny Cage. He plays a washed up action movie star and who gets recruited to join Mortal Kombat. Here we have Raiden, who's coming like, we need you to come join Mortal Kombat. So Johnny Cage, who's like, fuck that, I don't want to join Mortal Kombat. They take him there anyways. He's like, what the fuck is this? He's confused. They're showing him around. Here we got, what's your name? Katana? Or Melinda? No, Katana, right? Katana. Melinda's the one with the crazy mouth. Here's Katana. We got some fun fatalities. Here's Shao Kahn, the big bad. You guys, a new shot at Raiden. We got Kano, who's coming back. I thought Kano got killed in the first one, but Kano's back. So honestly, the first movie was kind of shit. Like, it was a guilty pleasure of mine. I would give it like a 5 or 6 out of 10. It was like just barely passable. There wasn't even a Mortal Kombat tournament. This one looks fucking fun. They've got all the fucking characters. There's a fucking actual tournament taking place. They've got an actual real interesting character in the lead, like Johnny
that's
Cage.
Cool.
Like the first one they made up, like the Mortal Kombat games have such a wide and interesting array of characters. Like tens of characters over the years, dozens of them, amazing characters. They ended up creating a new character for the first movie. I'm like, why the fuck did you make up a character? Use any of the characters that you have, like Liu Kang or Johnny Cage or whatever. So it seems like that they've learned their lesson and they are using Johnny Cage as the main character in the second movie. Finally, that's what we want. A protagonist that we actually care about, played by an actually good fucking actor. So here's Johnny Cage. We got Jax as well with his robot arms. Let's see if we can get a quick look at that. Boom, there you go, Jax.
That's cool.
I'm fucking excited about this, bro. We got Baraka. Bro, I fucking love Baraka. Look at this shit. They got him looking good. Like, check out his mouth and shit. Can we see? Check it out. Look at his design, bro. Baraka's character design is honestly fucking dope. Like, I'm excited about this.
I'm still not very into Johnny Cage being the main guy.
I like
I know he's very American.
I like Johnny Cage. Maybe he's a bit old, but the fact that they're making him like a washed-up actor that was big in the 90s, I think it works. Carl Urban is a fucking badass. You buy him as a badass.
That looks cool as fuck.
Baraka looks fucking great. I love Baraka's design, honestly. I think Baraka looks great. So I'm very excited for this. Even if the movie's gonna be shit, folks, this is not gonna win any Oscars. This is not gonna be critically acclaimed. This just needs to be fucking fun. This just needs to be stupid and fun and looks fucking badass, bro. I forgot her name, Sindrell. She might be Shao Kahn's wife. This is Scorpion coming back in this, bro. There's an awesome fucking shot of Scorpion. Let me just try to. He's got the fucking shades on. He looks fucking badass. Look at Scorpion doing his fucking thing. Get over here.
Oh, that was good.
Look.
Oh my god.
Oh, my voice?
Good, yeah.
Get over here. Fuck yeah, bro. We got Noob Cybok here. Like, this shit is fucking on fire, bro. Like, this is going to be super fun. So I'm excited about this. Mortal Kombat 2. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Only in theaters October 20th. So it's not that late. September, October. It's just a few months from now, bro. July, August, September, and October. So I'm going to fucking see this day one in theaters, bro. No fucking joke. I'm excited about this. Even non-gamers, like, who hasn't played Mortal Kombat, bro? Like, we've all had... My sister used to play Mortal Kombat with me, even though she didn't play video games. We all have played the game. This is a fun, guilty pleasure. It just needs to be bloody, okay? And That's it. I'm in. I'm so into that, bro. And then on the gaming channel, once the movie's out, I'll do a fucking review on the gaming channel. We'll do live streams about that. It's gonna be fun, yo. I even wanted to do a trailer reaction on the gaming channel, but I didn't. One more trailer to look at.
Wait, who's your fighter?
I love Baraka. When I play recently, in the last couple of games, I used to play as Sector, like the red robot. Sector. He was good. I used to do well with Sector. When I was younger, I used to really love Liu Kang. I used to love to do like the flying kick thing. That used to be the most fun move to do. Later on, I really used to like Baraka. I also used to like the Native American guy. I forgot his name, but he was kind of cool. But definitely Sector was my guy.
The native.
Yeah, I forgot his name. He's really good. And Sub-Zero is good. Obviously, Scorpion is good, but Scorpion is kind of cheap. Like, he's very easy. But yeah, Sector was kind of my dude.
Raiden is my go-to.
Oh, Raiden was the shit.
Or Reptile.
Reptile was very cool. I used to love going invisible as Reptile on the old school Mortal Kombat when I used to play on PC. That used to be so fun. Another trailer, Nightwolf. Nightwolf is his name, the Native American one. And the other trailer I wanted to look at was Tron Ares. Now, the one big problem with Tron Ares is that it stars, what the fuck's his name? Jared Leto, who is a cult leader and who has recently been accused of like sexual harassment as part of like his cult stuff. But the visuals for that movie look fucking crazy. And if you guys will remember Tron Legacy from a few years ago, very disappointing film. It was directed by Joseph Kosinski, who recently directed Top Gun Maverick and who just did F1. Visually, it was a beautiful film. And the music, the soundtrack by Daft Punk was a masterpiece. Arguably the greatest soundtrack ever recorded for a film, in my humble opinion. So this movie has a lot to live up to in terms of at least visuals and soundtrack. The story, the last one wasn't great, so I don't expect a great story, but the visuals in this look fucking trippy. So let's take a quick look at some of the visuals. Oops, and Tron Ares. And the music is being produced by 9 Inch Nails, which is no Daft Punk, but to get 9 Inch Nails, and at least they understood the assignment. They understood that the first movie, the music really stood out, and the music was essentially a character in the film. So now the fact that they're promoting the music as part of the film, I love seeing that. You don't see that very often. Like, no one promotes, like, the soundtrack is composed by this person. The fact that they're doing it means that they're very confident about the soundtrack and that they're pushing the whole audio visual experience of the movie, not just like as like a story for you to consume. This is going to be a visual and audio feast for you guys, so I'm very excited about this. Some of the visuals, check this shit out. The Disney logo is pretty cool. Looks pretty badass like that, to be honest with you guys. So in this story, you have the characters from the grid, from the digital world, essentially coming into the human world. Normally, it's the humans that are going inside the grid, inside the video game, inside the internet, inside the computer. Now the opposite is happening. They are coming to our world. And apparently, like, the government wants to use them as like weapons and soldiers, but they're obviously not going to be able to control them. And these digital characters are going to turn against the government most likely and cause a bunch of havoc. But like the visuals of like the light cycles driving around like New York or some kind of city, like, it's a very cool visual. Yeah, this shit looks fucking nice, you know what I mean?
That what's
that?
Evan Peters?
Yeah, that's Evan Peters. Here you got Jared Leto. So Jared Leto plays Ares, who is this like programmer or whatever.
I love Evan Peters.
Evan Peters is fucking great. I love him too. He got out. Yes, New York Anthony, they got out. Essentially, I got in, they got out. Here he is, and then we get an appearance also by our boy. Look, but look, the visuals, bro. The visuals look fucking insane. I just wish I could play just some music. Let's play just a few seconds of music.
Hang on!
I mean, it sounds pretty. I don't think you can make anything out right now, but. And Jeff Bridges is also making an appearance as, I forgot what the fuck his name was in the movie. The architect or whatever the fuck they called him. But he's back, folks. Damn. Yeah, this looks fucking nice. There's one shot at the end that looks, look at this. Look how fucking dope this looks. Like, I'm not into 3D movies, but I would fucking pay money to watch this in IMAX 3D. And I remember the best part of Tron Legacy, bro, like, my friends and I were so disappointed. We went prepared. And when I say prepared, use your mind to fill in the blanks. We prepared for the movie, folks. An IMAX 3D experience with like trippy music and trippy visuals. We were fucking ready. We were excited. We ate all the necessary Scooby snacks to enjoy the movie, folks, and we were so disappointed. But the 3D visuals were fucking beautiful. And just that shot of all of the bombs with the like laser behind them flying out of the thing, I would actually be down to watch that shot right there in 3D, man. Oh my God, that would look so fucking good. Oh, that's so satisfying. That is such a satisfying shot, man. So despite hating Jared Leto, I'm going to watch Tron just for the visuals, just for the music. I'm that kind of sucker, folks. Again, I'm a sucker for anything that's like IMAX. Give me a big giant screen with beautiful visuals, beautiful audio, beautiful sound mixing, and I'm there. I love the technical side of filmmaking and stuff like that. Yeah, and look at how they promote 9 Inch Nails. I think they'll show it at the end. Featuring original music by 9 Inch Nails, which is very cool to see. I love that they're pushing the music. I can't remember if they did that with Daft Punk back in the day. But anyways, anytime someone talks about Tron Legacy, all they talk about is Daft Punk. Did you watch Tron Legacy?
Mm-mm.
You should, just for the visuals and for the Daft Punk music. It's truly, truly glorious. And with that, folks, I think we've covered every topic we wanted to talk about today. Well, that is going to be it for our episode. Nour, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Hope you had a good time. Did you have a good birthday week? Did you enjoy your birthday week?
I did. It was very chill. I didn't do much.
I'm sorry your Labubu hasn't arrived on time, that I couldn't give you your Labubu. But next week, we're going to do an epic Labubu unboxing, folks. Before we leave you, just please remember to subscribe to our brand new gaming channel. The link is in the video description. It is called Do Not Worry Gaming. I am going to be playing some Dark Souls tomorrow for about 3 hours, I'm guessing, maybe more. I have a couple of things to do, a couple of objectives. It's been a couple of days, and I've been itching to play, to be honest with you guys, and a lot more fun games coming on there. I have a South Park game that I want to play, fun indie games, big AAA games, all of it, reviews, movie reviews, reactions. We're going to do it all on that channel, folks. Join me as we make that happen. Please take a second to consider supporting us on Patreon if you would like to. Pick a tier that's right for you. E. Watson just sent £5 and says, happy birthday, Nour. Thank you so much, E. Watson. Very sweet of you. You can consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/donotworrypodcast. I'm going to be doing an exclusive live stream for patrons and members within the next 4 to 5 days. So look forward to that. To all of our new YouTube members, thank you so much. To everyone who gifted a YouTube membership. To everyone who threw out a super chat, like E. Watson. Thank you so much. People like Dizzle McFizzle, like Haley D, like Zeltor. Thank you so much. Dreadful Utopia. We love you all so much. That's as much as I can scroll up to see who sent super chats. You've all been super generous, super nice. We love you all so much. And Veronica, we love you as well. Look forward to a gaming stream tomorrow, but no other streams during the weekend. Maybe 2 gaming streams, but it's all going to be on the gaming channel, nothing on the main channel. Nour, anything you'd like to share or say before we let everyone go?
Nope.
And let me just take a second to thank some of our lovely patrons. One quick second, folks. Our lovely...
Thanks to everyone saying happy birthday.
Oh, thank you to everyone.
It was on the 13th.
Our lovely God-tier patrons, Adel Mujabir, Dominic Selzer, Daniel Nechle, and EU Watson, who just wished Nour happy birthday. Superhero patrons like Irene the Dream, Claudia, Khawla and Ahmad, Andrew the Biss, blonde patrons like Only OASMR, Rol, Eric Knudsen, and Kuji666, and our brand new abductee patron, Fab. We love you all so much. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. It is 11 p.m. We're going to let you guys go. And as always, folks, do not